What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bros N Banter. I'm your host today, Max. I'm here with my boys. Today, on my left, I have my boy Espen.
Yeah, that's me.
My boy to my right, Zach.
Happy to be back.
The boy to his right, Kyle.
Yo, what's up?
And then the other boy to his right, Raven.
What's up?
We're here to have fun and talk about some stuff. I have a lot of stuff to talk about today, so let's get right into it, man.
Let's get into this bitch.
Let's get started.
One of the current events I want to talk about at the beginning was the event that happened 4/25/24. For people that have watched The Flash, it was Flash Day. In the show, around season 3, season 4, in an article he saw from the future, he realized that April 25th, 2024 was the day that he was going to go missing in Crisis. And so it was like a big day for people that watched the show, even though the show's not going right now. You know, it's just a cool little thing. And I know
Yeah.
me, Espen, and Zach have watched all of the show, so I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, The Flash was a show that I really loved growing up. Like, I feel like I grew up with the show, if that makes sense. Like I started it
Yeah.
pretty. When did it come out? When was the first episode?
2014?
14? Yeah, so I was like,
35.
30?
no, asshole. I was 11 when the show came out.
Yeah.
And I feel like I pretty much watched it all the way until I was pretty much like
So you're 40?
2 years ago. I think is when it ended, right?
Give or take,
one
yeah.
I mean,
1
I
or 2
definitely
years ago.
stopped watching towards the end because it did become a little,
It got really
bad.
bad.
It got
But they had lightsabers,
really bad.
bro.
Yeah, bro.
They did.
I think that was the episode where I
Lightsabers.
officially stopped watching the show. I think
It
was
definitely
that
did
remember-
decline.
I remember you watching it, and then you messaged me like the same night, like, bro, I'm done. They have fucking lightsabers.
Yeah, I was so pissed. I was like, ain't no way they're trying and then the stuff like where he was like Iron Man for a day and he had like, the Iron Man lenses
No.
and like Edith, like I felt like they were trying to be everybody but the Flash.
I
Like,
think
The grand finale was just the worst thing ever.
yeah.
What were you gonna say, Zach?
I mean, yeah, I think it still holds up as a pretty good show, and
The first
I think
four
it's,
seasons do.
the first
for
four
sure.
seasons were outstanding. I think
Yeah.
it started to slowly decline past that,
Mhm.
but I still think it's a really good show, and I think it's really cool that there's a day to like memorialize, a whole decade of this show going on
yeah.
for
Yeah.
like hardcore fans.
I thought it was cool that all of the actors posted about it and stuff. And
Yeah, I was at work that day, and there was a kid who came into my work with like a Star Labs T-shirt, and I was like, "Yo, you know what today is?" And he's like, no." I'm like, you're wearing the shirt, surely you know." He's like, no."
You just jump checked him?
I was like, "Come on, it's the day Flash goes missing. Like that's today." He goes, "Oh, that's today. That's pretty sick." I was like,
That's pretty
"Yeah."
sick.
Like
And then you ripped his shirt off his body because he didn't know.
He's not a real one.
He looked at me and goes, "I honestly didn't even realize I was wearing this shirt," and I was like, "Dang, all right,
Damn.
cool." I was
That's
expecting
funny.
like, "Oh,
No,
you're
bro, I
wearing
didn't.
this
I didn't
shirt."
notice either. Honestly.
Oh
Like,
no, I actually didn't watch the show. I just wear the shirt because I thought it was cool.
I just thought it looked cool, you know,
Yeah,
in the
but-
moment.
but yeah,
Flash-
that was probably one of the biggest ongoing things of the show was that newspaper. They kept going back into it. Although
Yeah.
I feel like every time they came back to it, something changed. Something was
Yeah.
different. Like
Yeah,
it wasn't. It never actually like happened.
Well, yeah, because at first it was the news article, and then it went to it wasn't Iris West Allen anymore. It was like Iris something else. I forgot.
There's a
And
bunch
so
of
it
plot.
it kept changing. Yeah, that was one of my favorite shows. I wanted to bring it
Yeah,
up and lead it into
absolutely.
my next topic, which is also TV shows. You know,
TV shows. Like you're asking like our favorites or like what?
yeah, like favorites from like
Of
what's your
all
favorite
time,
show you've
or
ever watched? Yeah.
ooh,
So I'll start down the line with Raven, and then we go down. You know what I'm
Raven, what
saying?
was your favorite TV show ever? And no, it can't be a porn.
Raven.
Raven. Did he die? Ain't no way.
Didn't
Uh-oh.
die.
Raven.
Oh, man.
Raven, what happened? It's fine. It's fine. He can cut it right.
Is this why Raven hasn't been talking the whole time?
He was talking earlier.
He talked like at the very beginning. Where did my man go?
He took a pit stop while we were rattling on about the Flash.
sorry.
Bruh, you
Yo,
know what
what's
you
good?
dipped. I know what you dipped.
dipped on
You guys were
us?
talking about the Flash. I had to go check
Yeah.
my dogs.
All right. We're just gonna. We already
Yeah.
asked you the question. Just start
Well, we're
talking
gonna
like we
cut
asked you and
around
cut it right before.
All right, what was the
You can
question?
restate the
Start
question.
talking about your all-time favorite shows.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My all-time favorite show is probably. You see, Breaking Bad is up there, but I don't.
It's a really good show.
I haven't like. To me, it doesn't really have any replay value.
Really?
But it's
Yeah.
like
I
up
don't think it
there.
has any replay value.
I've never watched it, but I've heard very good things about it. And the only reason why I haven't watched it is because I feel like I'd only be watching it for like the hype around it, and not really for the
Right.
fact that I actually am interested in the
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
So that's why I really haven't. Although I really want to, because I know it was basically mostly filmed in New Mexico, where my family's from. So I kind of want to watch it for that reason.
Yeah.
But
And you also cook meth.
oh, and I'm a fucking sucker for meth. Like I'm itching at the core, you know.
Jesus.
But
Well, are there any other ones that you've been watching recently, Raven?
any new shows, old shows? What's your
yeah.
favorite, bro?
The Bears up there right now because of recency
Bears.
bias. You know, you got
Yeah, man.
JJK up there. Read the manga
Ooh.
and shit.
JJK is a really good show, man.
I don't know. Have you watched My Hero Academia?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is better.
Really like the way they
What?
draw those
What?
middle
Zach, how
schoolers.
dare you? Okay, what do you mean by that? Pause. What do you mean you like the way they draw the middle schoolers?
You know, I think it's just chill how he draws the middle schoolers like that.
A good
But, like,
art style.
You said it like
right?
very like. Why'd you say it like that?
No, dude. You're getting defensive. I don't know what for. I'm just saying, it's chill the
It's
way
not
he
that
draws
deep.
them.
All right.
Nice. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
nice.
Kyle, do you got a favorite show or something?
You got a show, Kyle?
Let's see. I don't know about favorite show, but like some like really good shows that are like top of my list are probably shows like Full House. I enjoyed that show a lot.
I love Full House. I've seen every episode of Full House.
And you call me old.
Well, no, because when we were like,
That's a timeless classic.
Full House is just
yeah.
cultural.
Well, no, when we were like 8 at night, they would only play it on reruns all night, and so I would wake up at like 3 a.m. and then I would be on for the whole night.
Oh, dude, the
Just Full
George
House
Lopez
reruns.
reruns.
Oh yeah,
Just-
yeah.
oh,
I remember.
bro, I hate
Sometimes I
those.
would wake up like in the middle of the morning, turn on my TV, and I just see the George Lopez show.
Dude, his wife was
Bro, the
bad.
George Lopez show was so good.
I would only wake up to
Ah.
the intro every time.
Yeah, same.
Low
Were they all like bouncing
Rider.
on a trampoline?
Yes, they're all.
Yeah, they are. Bro, that theme song is iconic, man.
I would wake up, just go dun 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 dun. I was like, come on.
That's
Dude,
a great show.
I've never willingly watched a full episode. It's always just
Dude,
like
It's because
I
you're not
always
It's
just
just
Mexican.
woke up
always
to it.
on.
It's because you're not
Yeah.
Mexican.
It's fucking hilarious, Raven.
His wife is bad as shit though.
His
She
wife
is.
is bad as fuck.
She is.
Yeah, I agreed with that.
All right. Well,
Dude,
next up, my main man.
Wait,
Zach.
there was
Oh,
a
sorry.
there was
I'll
a
go with
George Lopez episode where, well, Max finds out there's a pedophile in the neighborhood and she's bad. So he grabs a condom and goes to her house and tries to fuck.
What?
What? Hold on,
I've
what?
never seen that.
Wait,
No,
hold on.
I-
She tries to fuck the pedophile?
No, Max
No,
tries to fuck.
Max.
Yeah,
Who's the-
Max tries to fuck, not the
Who's the
pedophile.
kid?
Oh.
Yeah.
Because she was like formerly a teacher and had a relationship with a
I
student.
think I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I
I
think I
see.
know what
And then
episode
the fucking George and his badass wife pull up to the pedophile's house,
Badass wife.
and he has his shirt is off, and and the pedophile has a condom in hand, and they're like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, I just randomly remember that.
Yo, I gotta check out that episode.
Yeah, you do.
Dude.
What was it?
I mean, you can't blame him.
Well, Zach, what are your favorite shows, man?
I'm still working on trying to watch a lot of shows. I would say I'm pretty uncultured for the most part. So
You?
yeah,
Uncultured? No, that's
No.
Don't
not.
put yourself down like that.
That can't be right, Zach.
You're the most
From
cultured person I know.
okay. But I definitely do agree with Raven. Jujutsu Kaisen is one of the best shows I've seen. But the two that come to mind when I first think of the question are both old like kids shows, but they're animated shows. One of them is Gravity Falls. I mean, I feel like that is really good for any audience. Like I've seen it so many times, and I could still rewatch it.
Gravity Falls is a good show, man.
Gravity Falls, just like The Flash, were like the Flash and Gravity Falls were like the two main shows I watched growing up. Like I was in love. I have the journal from Gravity Falls literally right next to me right now. Like it's right there. I remember like me and my old friend both had the book, and we would get a piece of paper and decipher the entire journal like every day, like during like recess or something, or like lunch. We would like see who can do it the quickest. So that show has such a deep rooted place in my heart. Zach, do you see the new book that they're releasing?
Yeah, the Bill Cipher book,
bro.
Yeah,
I
that
want
looks
that
awesome.
so bad. I've heard it's like supposed to like lead into a movie that they're making or something.
Well, it's not out yet. It's only pre-ordered.
Yeah,
right?
no, it comes out in June, I think.
Mm.
But I'm excited. I want to get it so bad.
They're making more Gravity Falls.
There's rumors that they're making a movie.
Maybe. They've been
Like,
talking about it for
It's
years,
the
though.
rumors, yeah.
Like what? Like during their high school?
It'd be like I assume it's them older. Like they would be like
You think?
I think they'd be like time.
I thought it'd be when they're younger, honestly.
No, I mean like
I
when
honestly
like
thought
a
it'd be a
giant time
prequel.
jump. Nah, I don't think so. I feel like the way that they set it up was like, oh, they just have Bill come. The way I see it is like kind of like It. You know how like It won, like Pennywise like not dies but like gets banished or whatever, and then he comes back later in the future and the second movie where all the kids are older, and he comes back. It'd be like that where Bill Cipher comes back and they're all older and they have to fight Bill or something.
So they're copying.
That would be cool.
That's just what I think
remember,
is gonna happen. They haven't said what's
So they're
gonna
swag
happen.
jacking.
I remember
just-
seeing this video about when Bill is when Bill's about to be erased from Stan's memory. Like the last bit of dialogue he said, if you play it backwards, it's him saying that he'll return.
Yeah, he invokes the power to return.
Yeah, he evokes he says something along the lines of like, "Oh, I made the deal with the axolotl or whatever, to reform me into a different form somewhere in time."
I think that kind of leads into showing how like good the community was for it, because like the groups of like talking about what's going on was so cool, and that's what's made it such a good show.
The amount of theories you like came from that show, like it's so good.
Yeah, and I think the last one that's on my mind is probably Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's such a good show, and I think it has like endless rewatchability.
I'm about to get so much hate if anyone else hears this episode. Like if we ever get big and they listen back to this, but I think the Avatar is one of the most overrated shows ever.
Kill yourself.
Have you seen it?
I have. I've seen like 3 episodes, and then I realized I don't want to watch this.
Wow.
Well, then I have a hot take for you, because I think Avatar: The Last Airbender is better than Gravity Falls.
That's crazy.
I agree with that.
I don't know about that.
Maybe
I
it's
know,
just
like,
his
that statement,
culture.
Zach.
I feel like
I
if Gravity
agree with
Falls had like 10 seasons too, they would be just as good.
Oh yeah, dude. If you give Gravity Falls like prep time or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Would he be like Batman? Gravity Falls is the Batman of TV shows.
I think you got to give it its time of day, because it only has 3 seasons, and Gravity Falls only has 2, so they're kind of similar lengthwise.
I feel like Gravity Falls is just on a different level.
No, man.
Whoa, dude, that just really gets you
I
thinking that Disney
don't
Channel
know
show
about
is
that.
like, oh.
Nah, the Gravity Falls wasn't your average Disney show. Like they I feel like they were cutting the.
Oh, I
the
get it. I get why you're writing so hard for
boundaries.
this. They have a redhead in the show.
They do.
They do, but that's not the point.
That is the way.
That is
I
not
get why
the
you're
point.
writing
That's the
so
reason,
hard,
huh?
bro.
No, it's
That's
just
why
that,
you're cheesing so hard.
listen, I grew up like wanted I remember the first time I watched the show and seeing like the quick flash of Bill Cipher at the end of like the intro, where you or like the trailers leading up to like the show coming out, where you see like the flashes of Bill Cipher, and like you're like, whoa, what the fuck was that? That's not your like this ain't anything I've seen on like Disney before. Like it was a whole different style where like they were more creepy with their stuff. They weren't really like it started pretty kid friendly, but like as the show developed, it was less and less kid friendly. There were more adult jokes. There was more like double entendres type of things where like they would say one thing but actually mean like a whole different other meaning. Like And like the creator is just a genius in the mind of like how do you come up with all these like codes and this giant ass story that doesn't pay off until the very end, like stuff that is to me is crazy. And also they tie with Rick and Morty too, which Rick and Morty's up there, and they have ties with Rick and Morty, which I mean that's pretty sick.
Yeah. I definitely see what you mean.
Some of my shows are probably Aimless is one of my favorite shows. I've seen it twice all the way through, and then the Fosters probably is my second because I've watched that twice. It's like a very deep show.
The Fosters,
bro. The Fosters fucks with you.
I've never watched The Fosters
because it's a really long show, and it's just like the more invested you get, like the more that it fucking hits you.
The ABC shit.
Yes, bro.
That is crazy.
I love that shit.
That's an
bro.
insane
pull. I've never seen that.
Nah, I think I've never even heard of it. I'm pretty sure my stepmom watches it.
I will say though, Shameless is a really good show. I watched like about 3 seasons with it.
Shameless is just it's yes. Literally, it's fucking it's great. Espen, what are some of your
I don't know
shows?
if I have one show that's like number one fully. I have like 3 that I'd say like are all pretty like even, like they can go in any order depending on like how I feel. Like Gravity Falls is definitely top 3 for me, just because of my childhood and shit. But other than that, I would say it's a close one-on-one between Euphoria, which in my opinion I think Euphoria is probably the greatest of our generation, greatest show of our generation.
Really?
I think so. I think so.
That's quite a statement.
I genuinely think that.
I'm noticing a little pattern here.
I'm not saying that just because Sydney Sweeney's in it. I'm just saying that because the story, the feelings that you get from watching the show, like the build-ups and stuff, like I feel like that show evokes emotions in people that not many shows can do.
The visual style and the music alone are outstanding.
The visuals and
I
like
will admit.
the camera work is so good, and the soundtrack, and like there's very few things about that show that I can genuinely say I don't like.
I think it's just Sydney Sweeney, man.
It has even if Sydney Sweeney wasn't in it. Listen, she's hot, yeah, sure, but like there's more to that show than just Sydney Sweeney. Okay, she's just a good plus. Other than that, I'm a show that none of you have watched, other than Max, who's watched 1 episode and refuses to give another chance, and whatever. It's a show called Kingdom. It's with Nick Jonas and the guy who plays Crossbones in Marvel. It's like a UFC type show where like it's a family of fighters, and like the dad is like a owner of the gym, and they have to like they go through all this shit together. And it truly is like I've never watched a show that's got me so hooked like ever. Like I've it's the one show other than the show Chuck.
Yeah, I've seen Chuck.
Yeah. I've seen my dad cry twice in my life. No, 3 times in my life. One of them was at the very season finale of Chuck, and the second one was at the season finale of Kingdom.
So both during shows.
Both
really heavy.
You've seen your
other one was when my granddad passed away, which makes sense. But
yes. I was gonna say that's the only time he's.
That was the one you're confused about. You look at him like, why are you crying?
This isn't
my
a TV
dad
show.
is not an emotional person, but like he's not emotional at all. He doesn't like discuss his feelings. When a show can get my dad to actually like shed a tear, that's how you know it's a good fucking show.
Yeah.
And Zach, one day you and I we've already talked about it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna watch the entire fucking show because I need somebody in this friend group to understand how good this show is.
I think you should pick Kyle. I think Kyle would love it.
I'm so down to do a group watch like together. Like I don't give a fuck. Like
Zach, are you not enjoying Kingdom so far?
We just haven't watched. We haven't had
to
watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. We watched like 1 or 2 episodes and just haven't gotten back to it yet.
Yeah. But it's such a good show. It really is. But
so can you give us like a little rundown what it's about?
So it's kind of hard to explain because it kind of goes all over the place. But like there's this dad who runs this gym, right? and his sons are Nick Jonas and one of the guy that you won't know, but they're both fighters. And one of them's like a heavy drug addict, and the other one's like a very shy type guy. But they're both like two of the best fighters. And then there's I don't know how to explain. It's such a deep story. Like it's not like easy to be like.
From what I've seen so far, it's kind of like a drama where they set up this like family situation they have, and they just have to like deal with each other's like changing situations.
Yeah, like it's less about like actual like UFC fight, and it's more about the family and about like how they like clash with each other, like the stuff that they go through together. Like it's such a deep show, and my Nino was watching it, and he told me he had to stop watching it because it was too deep for him. That he like it genuinely got him like sad.
Wow.
like he had to stop watching it because of that reason. But it's still a good show.
Yeah. Well, the next thing I kind of want to get into, you kind of talked about it a little bit, but what do you guys think is like the most overrated show?
Oh,
And
overrated show.
It doesn't have to be like me asking somebody. It could be want one really.
I would say like I don't know why the first thing I think of this could be a really hot take.
You know what?
But
it's the reason why I asked the question.
I would say not like crazy overrated, but just a little bit is the regular show.
Oh,
like,
really?
Like I think regular show is a good
agree.
show, but I think it's like there's so many Cartoon Network shows that are just like.
Kyle's been watching it recently.
Really, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm like
He's been
still
watching it
stuck
recently.
stuck in between season 7, just because the last 2 seasons are just not that good.
It's like Amazing World of Gumball, where I just can't see myself sitting down and actually like watching it.
I have
Like,
seen all of Amazing World of Gumball for sure.
That's crazy though.
I've seen random episodes, but I've never like watched consecutive episodes.
I sat down and I was like, I'm gonna finish the entire show, and it was pretty good for sure, but there was a lot of like meh episodes, so it might be a little bit overrated, but it was a good show.
I wouldn't say regular show is like crazy overrated, but it definitely is a little overrated.
Regular
Just a little
show,
bit.
I've never really given the time of day, but
It's a
every
good
time it
show.
came on, I would usually just be like, I'm gonna
Maybe
switch
it
to
just
something
wasn't my
else.
time period.
I just think regular
yeah.
show is great because it's just stupid humor. Like it's just like stupid stuff that's kind of funny, and then you just go off of that.
Same thing with like Adventure Time. Adventure Time, I think, is pretty
I
overrated.
thought Adventure Time was
Whoa.
I literally that was one show where I generally sat down and I was like, all right, I'm going to watch the show because I know I've heard good things about it and I want to be like, I've watched it. And I sat down, watched 3 episodes, and God, it was some of the worst things I think I've ever watched. Like the acting was
Really?
horrible, the jokes never
Whoa.
landed. I don't know if it was just
Whoa.
the first 3 episodes that just wasn't
No.
like good or something, but like
I would watch an episode and I wouldn't know what is going on.
honestly,
I'm like, what is the plot?
I feel like
breakdown
I'd take
here?
shrooms before watching the show, and then I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Well, and then they'll have an episode where they'll bring back lore from like a season ago, and you're like, when the fuck did this happen? It just keeps going. I don't know.
Yeah.
The show I think is overrated. I've talked about this with you guys a few times. It's just fucking Friends. I think Friends is
Whoa.
really overrated.
I think
Alright.
Friends is rated. I don't
I
think
think
it's
Friends is
overrated. I don't think it's
underrated.
underrated. I think it's rated.
I have not
Friends is
finished it yet.
definitely perfectly rated.
I think
I
it's
just don't think it's funny, man. That's just me though.
I don't watch it for the humor. I mean, there are parts that are funny, but I more watch it because I'm invested with the characters at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really. It's not a laugh out loud show. It's more just one that you sit down and enjoy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But Ross
It's
is a
just-
monkey.
wait, I have one more.
I wouldn't choose to watch it over anything else.
I
I
have
get
one
that.
more show that I forgot to mention for one of my favorite shows of all time.
I do too, but
Have any of you seen The Lost?
No.
No.
Lost should be at everybody's top list.
The one that
It is
ended so
on my
shit?
list.
I've heard of it, but
Yeah, it
I've
has a
never really
bad
looked
ending.
about it.
Sure, the ending kind of ruins the show, but it generally has one of the greatest stories I think ever in a show. Like it's such a cool show.
Yeah. I definitely. I've heard
Like,
things.
that's
and
a
it's
show
on my
we need to
list.
watch. That's one that we gotta watch.
Yeah.
I would love to rewatch that.
What I'm surprised you didn't mention, husband, real quick, is Prison Break. I'm surprised you didn't say that.
I hope my dad doesn't listen to this.
Uh oh.
Does your dad
Listen.
know about the podcast?
I don't know, probably.
What? What is?
What's the last time you
My
seen
sister
your
knows
dad?
about it. So what?
When was the last time you spoken to your dad?
Like
What the fuck?
yesterday?
It's been 6 years.
I don't know, man. It's been a while.
Why do you say it like
Are
that?
you and him on speaking terms?
He only talks to him every time that he cries, so it's been a while.
Yeah. I never cry. I'm not a bitch. Anyways, anyways, that was a weird thing to say. Yes, I talk to my father on a regular basis.
Oh, would you assume your cousin
Uh,
Kyle?
Yeah, that's
The one.
I
the
mean,
one
like,
that-
I don't know if you like talk about like what you do with your time. Like,
No, but my sister,
I also do this podcast once a week.
my
Or
sister
whatever
knows
that's-
about the podcast, so I'm sure like
Does your sister fuck
Word
with the
goes around.
podcast?
I don't know. I haven't really talked to her about
You
it.
should
I just
ask her.
mentioned that I had it, that I've done it. And she's like, "Oh,
Oh,
Mm,
that's not
do
good.
Oh, yeah.
I have told her there are a couple episodes that she probably shouldn't listen to,
Mhm.
especially the Kyle episode where we just talk about porn the entire time.
Yeah.
That's
if that
the
ever
one she
comes up,
should
I
listen
would
to,
do that
though.
too.
What is
The best-
wrong with
the best-
you?
It's a goated episode.
It's freaking. It's the best, man.
Yeah, but
It's
I
not
feel
like
like
you.
that
It's
one's
not like you
Not
talk
for
about anything.
It's not
called-
family friendly, I would say.
Yeah.
And
The
plus, when you say don't watch it, I think it's gonna make her want to watch it. even more.
That's exactly what she told me. She goes, "Well, now I have to watch it." And I was like, "Fuck."
No.
The show-
Fuck.
Anyways, back to what I was gonna say.
Mhm.
I hope if my dad does hear this, first of all, I'm sorry, but I watched Prison Break when I was little with my dad. My dad would
Uh-huh.
love that show. It was like one of his all-time like top shows. I genuinely don't remember much of it, and from what I do remember, it wasn't that good.
Mm.
Like I know Zach watched it with his family, which is
I
why I was
did.
like, oh, my dad loves that show. I've never said I like the show.
I like it.
I mean,
Interesting.
they have some cool characters, and
The show I forgot to mention was my favorite show is Big Brother, and it's just because my mom and sister have watched it together since I was like 6.
yeah.
And
There's a show I
and
kind of
it's-
want to watch, but I'd rather just
it's
watch
still
The
going on.
Survivor. I'd rather just watch The Survivor.
it's just drama, man. It's so funny.
Mhm.
But if you guys know
Uh,
me, I'm a big movie guy. You know.
Mhm.
So the next thing I kind of want to dive
Wait, did we
into,
go
you know-
through? Did we go through all of
We-
people's thoughts of underrated?
I didn't have
overrated?
an underrated show.
Well, no, I said it wasn't really like a specific thing. It was just if anybody had their own thoughts.
Oh,
Is
I have
that one?
one real quick.
What?
okay.
Go Zach.
Okay, so this is one show, and it took me a little bit of time to think about this, but I've seen all 4 seasons of 13 Reasons Why. And
I've
Wait,
seen, like,
pause.
one or two. I've seen one or
Why
two.
have you watched all of 13 Reasons Why?
something about it intrigued me because there was so much hype and talk about it, kind of like Euphoria and Breaking Bad, and it like on that level, but like high school
Yeah,
related.
if you're a 12-year-old girl.
Yes,
Hey,
it was.
hey,
it was.
I watched the
hey,
first 2 seasons.
It was during high school.
I watched it in
And-
high school.
I watched it
yeah.
in high school.
Yeah, be honest, was it because your sister watched it?
No, she hasn't seen it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I put it off for like a year, and then I was like, I'm really curious, like why everyone says it's so good, and I watched it.
Yeah.
The first season was actually like really
the first
good.
season's really good.
It's like
Yeah.
amazing. The second season is pretty decent, and then the third and fourth aren't that great. So overall, I'd say it's a bit overrated personally.
See,
Because the third and
Yeah.
fourth season were drifted away from about because
from her.
yeah,
It wasn't
first
about
is-
her
Wait,
anymore.
has everyone seen this show but me?
You've never seen it, bro?
you've never seen a single episode of 13 Reasons Why.
No, it's never piqued my interest.
The way-
Don't waste your time.
It reminds me
Yeah.
of Euphoria, but like PG version. Kind
Oh.
of.
No, bro.
No,
The end
not
of the
PG.
hold on, you
Definitely not
You
PG.
might have to bleep this out. But the ending of the first season, she slits her wrist in her bathtub, and it
True.
showed it. It showed it, and then they blurred it out like halfway through, like making the third season because
Wait, you
they were
think
like,
that's bad?
it's
Just
way
wait.
too bad.
You think that's bad? Just wait until you watch Kingdom. Oh,
Got the guy on like,
Max, you would love the show. It is such a you show. I don't understand why
Hey,
you
Espen,
refuse.
you would love Avatar. It's such a you show.
Avatar is
show,
not a
Espen.
me show.
Such
Avatar
a-
Bro,
is not a
it's
me show.
everything
It's
you said
such a
about
you
Gravity
show.
Falls matches perfectly with
No, I don't think
Avatar.
so.
Just
I
The way
don't
you
like
described
Asians,
it when I
bro.
was listening, I'm like, this describes both shows
What do you
perfectly.
mean I don't
And-
like Asians? I love Kyle.
Whoa!
He doesn't love you though.
What do you mean? What? He's literally Asian.
He doesn't love you though.
Kyle, you love me, right?
Kyle, say you
on the
love
pod.
Espen.
Kyle, say on the pod. Tell me you love me, Kyle. Say it.
Oh, that's a
All right,
shame.
moving on.
That's
to
a
movies,
bummer.
Okay,
Guys.
Kyler.
My favorite top-
Okay, for the can you just say it for me? I didn't mean
Not
it.
always,
Okay,
but I think you're a pretty cool guy.
Oh.
that's
All
Ugh.
right, guys. So one of my favorite things in this world is movies, right?
wait. Hold on.
Wait, dude. In 13 Reasons Why, doesn't a dude get fucked by a broom handle?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
But he got raped by another kid with a broom, and then he shot up the school after.
No, he thought about he brought the gun to school, but then the main character
Clay.
saw him, Clay,
Yeah, Clay talked
stopped
him out of it.
him. They talked him out of it, and they just barely got out as like police cars were going to the school.
That was a pretty rough episode. Like,
It was a pretty rough
Isn't-
season.
isn't
It was
like
a rough season.
season like 3 or 4, they're kind of like, oh, dude, the rapist wasn't that bad.
yeah, they like
No.
humanize him
Well,
because he
yeah.
is like on trial for murder and then he
It's-
gets killed.
Yeah, so season 2 was the trial, and it ended with the school winning. Season 3 was who killed Bryce.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then-
Spoilers.
Yeah,
not gonna watch
every
that
show
one,
that
though.
and movie that we've talked about, we've basically spoiled. So
Yeah.
watch on your
I
own
mean,
discretion.
nobody is watching 13 Reasons Why, let's be real.
Yeah, unless you're a 12-year-old girl.
Well,
And
at
in
this
that
point.
case, you're not listening to this podcast.
Well, I
Hopefully.
guess I'm 12 years old.
Hopefully.
You're a 12-year-old girl. Esma's got some words for you.
What?
Whoa.
If you're a 12-year-old girl, stop listening to this podcast.
Please.
Stop listening to
Please.
this podcast and message
Go-
me.
What is wrong with you?
Moving on to
Watch this.
movies.
All right, guys,
I'm
I
saying
wanna
that
talk
from
about-
Esma's perspective now.
If you
But
guys-
you said it. It came out of your mouth.
No. I was saying that from Esma's perspective. I wasn't.
Yeah, clipping.
You have
We're gonna
to-
cut all this out, so that's not gonna.
No,
matter.
no.
Should probably cut it out.
So, well, if you guys know me, one of my favorite things is movies, right?
Oh, really?
Oh, whoa.
Wait,
So-
you like movies? Like,
No, I
Oh.
don't.
Oh.
It's just
He's just
a
trying to
little
get
bit.
us there.
And your favorite genre is rom-com, right?
Yeah, of course. So there was a new trailer out recently, so I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on the Deadpool trailer.
man, I honestly have not been this excited for a movie in a fat minute.
I have not seen the trailer yet.
What?
You gotta watch it. I'm
I'll watch
as
it.
a big comic guy. There's not been a Marvel movie that's came out that recent that I've been this excited for. I feel like the last one I was like extremely, other than like Into Spider-Verse, that doesn't really count. That's like Sony. I won't count that. But like live action, the last live action movie I saw that I was genuinely excited for was like either Far From Home or like Endgame.
Yeah.
What about No Way Home?
Because the last
Or No Way
big
Home, sorry.
Marvel
I was gonna say.
movie was the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
So this is like,
but like this
gonna
is like
introduce
that was
everything else.
that was exciting though, just because it had the other like we had the rumors of like the other Spider-Mans being in it. Like that's why that was so exciting. But this is like I genuinely think this movie is gonna be like one of the best Marvel movies. I think like the ceiling on this movie is so high. Like and so much can happen from this movie.
Yeah.
And
they
the
get
idea of like
they get introduced so much stuff in this movie.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
How about the rest of you?
to be honest, I think I haven't really been been following up on Marvel movies just because a lot of them have not been that good in recent years. Like I think we all
Ryan
watched,
Reynolds, bro.
They're Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
yeah, but I think we all watched Quantumania together.
Yeah, that was
and,
we don't talk about
want to
that.
talk about that. I was the dumbest thing ever.
Man, they had
Did
so
not
much
really
potential
get
with that
that.
movie, and it was just bad.
I left it, and the first thing I said to Espen was, "They killed." Okay, I can't spoil, right?
It's fine. We'll just say, hey, real
I don't
quick,
think anybody watched
spoilers.
it, man.
Well, there's people that probably still haven't watched.
Yeah,
Marvel movies.
people never watch Marvel movies.
Spoiler alert! If you don't watch it, don't listen to this part. But I thought it was stupid how Kang died to fucking a swarm of ants.
Yeah,
That was really, really
Like,
bad
it was
mistake.
it was so crazy to me that they built him up in this movie to be like such a big character. Like honestly, he had the best scenes in the movie for sure. Easily,
did.
he had some of the best stuff. His acting was so good, and God, I hope that somehow they figure a way to bring him and it
don't-
not be like weird. Like I feel like they can figure a way out, but
They
Well, they'll have
Because-
to find another look.
because I think
They're not
he
gonna
would have.
find a lookalike.
They could definitely do that. They definitely can. But I think that they had something so like good in their hands, and then they just were like, let's not make this good.
The worst part they did in that movie, I mean, that ant scene is pretty bad, but personally, the MODOK stuff was so
Man.
cringy to watch.
God,
It
look
was
how they
so bad.
massacred my boy. Gosh, MODOK
Like,
was
in
so
the-
bad.
Like in the like in the TV show, like MODOK was like actually like scary, right?
Yeah, he was a scary
He's
guy.
intimidating.
His literally
And-
name is like as MODOK stands for what? It's like
Like,
here, let me look.
Machine
Machine of
operated
destruction or
something.
Machine of ultimate
Oh,
destruction
God.
or something like that.
Meaning.
So-
Machine of
You looking up
ultimate
right now?
destruction.
MODOK literally says his name is mechanical organism designed for only killing. That's his
Yeah.
whole name. He's,
And-
he's designed
they turned him
to
into a
be
comedy
fucking
relief.
killer.
He talked the entire time.
Yeah, it was so bad.
It was just a giant head
it was
for
just the head. It
talking.
was so bad.
Well,
was such a
but,
bad- it was so
I think
bad
like
CGI.
when he has like when he had his mask on, he looked kind of scary. But when he took it off
Sure.
and revealed who he was,
And then they killed him. Sorry,
and then they
spoilers. And then they fucking killed him.
After
They did
making him
that.
an Avenger honorarily.
Yeah, like, I fucking
Oh,
hate
right.
him.
What?
God,
Yeah,
they
because
made
he
him
talks to
an-
Cassie and he's like, I'm not a bad guy, I don't want to be a dick, and she's like, it's okay, you're an Avenger, or something like that, and then he fucking dies.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so bad.
God,
It-
it
it's
was
really
generally
bad.
one of the
Marvel-
worst things.
Let's not talk too much on that, but Marvel over the last 2 years has definitely been in a decline, in my opinion.
So yes and no.
little bit.
There's
Little
been
bit.
some really
like,
bad,
it's
but there's also been
building,
some
though.
really
Ups
good.
and
It's
downs.
Building
Like,
though. It's
Guardians of the
Loki-
Galaxy was a high, No Way Home was a high.
The Loki show, honestly, it's probably the best thing that Marvel's produced, I think, ever. That show is so fucking good. Both seasons
Yeah.
are so good.
Loki is really
the end.
top
That
tier.
very finale of Loki season 2 was just pure cinema. It was so good. And then like you have the Moon Knight show. That show was very good in my
Started
opinion. I know
off
I
there's a lot of.
loved Moon Knight.
I think it had a good ending. I just like it did what it was supposed to do. Like it wasn't trying to be.
It was set up, and it was for the most part really grounded. I liked what they did
Yeah.
with the show.
I really like the acting. The acting job that he did was so good. Personalities.
The fucking cutaway to black from action got so tiring though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish they showed a little bit more, but it added to the suspense and the mystery.
Yeah, because you wanted like, oh, what happened? Like I was like,
Yeah.
you're only seeing it from
just-
Mark's perspective.
I just think for like Marvel right now, it's only slow because
They're
just
building.
They're
Yeah.
building. But then
Yeah.
for like
And it's
Secret
because-
Wars and all that stuff, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, and it's because they came off such a hot movie of Endgame, which people don't realize had 10 years in the making. Like it wasn't
Yeah, it's
all
massive.
grits and glory. I mean, look at Thor 3 or Thor 2, whatever. Those movies were ass, like absolute ass.
The Dark
Like, does
World.
can anybody tell me anything about Dark World? A single person? Can you tell me? like,
I can tell you two
Isn't
things.
that the one with his sister?
The scientist goes
No,
crazy
no,
and gets
no.
naked for a scene.
If not, I don't
yeah,
know.
he does. That's the one where, like, honestly, I couldn't even tell you. I watched the movie once,
Who's
and
the main villain?
it's the Dark Elf.
It's the Dark Elf.
But-
Didn't they introduce the reality stone?
They
in that
did,
movie?
yeah, and it was so bad. It was just ass. It was horrible.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making,
Raven. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
the point I'm making is that it took 10 years for it to get to Endgame, and then when Endgame hit, they had to go, okay, well now we got to reset and start building again. And people were like, no, I want Endgame again. And Endgame again and again, and it's like that's not how it works. You gotta like build the
your
story.
characters. You have to
And
build your
they were
characters
gonna
up.
do that with Kang, and that's what
And
they
that's
were doing.
why
and then,
Deadpool and Wolverine has a really good chance to start off the X-Men version of
Yeah.
like really good spot.
or just reset everything that they fucked up on. I feel like he's gonna be a big like new starting point for it, if that makes sense.
Is the Deadpool movie going to be part of Phase 6 or still part of Phase 5?
I'm pretty sure Phase 6 starts at Secret War.
I thought it was
believe.
Fantastic Four.
No, I think Fantastic Four is the
No, no.
last movie of Phase 4.
Oh,
I mean,
No,
for Phase
never,
5.
no.
Sorry,
Secret
Phase 5.
Wars is definitely the last movie.
I can just tell you. Phase.
Max, what were you gonna ask
5
Raven?
Marvel movies.
I wanted to know what he thought of this trailer. What do you thought?
It's pretty good, man.
Pretty hyped.
I thought, aren't you the one that told me that it's the one that you're actually looking forward to?
Yeah, but Honestly, the whole like multiverse shit honestly is kind of like played out.
It does feel
Still gonna-
It's just
I-
building, bro. It's
I
just
do-
building.
I do agree with that a little bit in the
The
sense of like every comic book movie right now in general are all just doing multiversal stuff. Like every single one. You look at Spider-Verse, which honestly makes sense because that's Spider-Verse, but they had Spider-Verse came out, and then they had The Flash come out, where that was also multiversal. And then they had the Spider-Man movie that came out with that was also multiversal. And now they're talking about the new Spider-Man movie coming out, the new Tom Holland one, to also be a multiversal one.
and Invincible
And
And Invincible was multiversal.
everything.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if The Boys comes out and The Boys is in a multiversal.
And it's because they saw how big it was with
Yeah.
Marvel, and so
That's
everyone's
what
trying to
everybody
get on the
does.
hype. Yep.
That's what everybody does. As
I'm
soon
just
as
trying-
Marvel does something big, then they all have to do it.
And people are just getting burnt out on the idea of it.
like, I
But
like the idea. It's a cool idea.
there's
but-
still room for it for sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying like never. I don't want any more multiversal stuff in general, but I don't want back to back to back to back to back multiversal things. You
Like
know?
like people are getting hyped with the Deadpool movie because like they're like, oh dude, the portal they jump in, they could end up at like the end game scene and like they could be in that.
That's
shit.
gonna be sick though. Imagine,
It's like-
imagine Cap is like about to lift the hammer, and then like Deadpool just comes out of nowhere and like fucking like
Yeah,
takes
like,
it from him or
Yoinks
something.
it.
Yoinks it or something. He's like, nah, bitch, this is mine now.
It's just
You
like
know?
cameo bait. Honestly,
Basically.
it's kind of
Yeah, but I feel like this is a good way to do it though. Like they can have Hugh Jackman come back and do all the X-Men stuff, like rewrite all the wrongs that happened with X-Men, and then
Yeah.
have Deadpool come into our universe. Like, you know,
That's
that
true.
starts off the whole X-Men stuff.
They could just build from there. I'm telling you, it's just right now with all the multiversal, the only thing that was holding it back before was that they had to make like separate movie for the X-Men. But now that they're all together, dude, it's gonna be crazy.
Genuinely, I don't think Marvel right now would be getting as much hate if it wasn't for She-Hulk. I think if She-Hulk never
She-Hulk
came out,
wasn't that bad.
No, no, I know,
She-Hulk wasn't that
I know,
bad.
I'm an
Only
advocate.
one of us here.
God
One
awful.
of us, Zach, hates
Oh,
it.
Kyle just said it. Kyle just said it.
I'm a
Zach is
pure
a specific
advocate.
hater.
I'm a pure advocate for saying She-Hulk was not a bad show. I think it was a great show. It did exactly what it needed to do. She was
Yeah.
her character. They weren't like going crazy. It wasn't a crazy superhero film. It had a lot of good scenes. The Daredevil shit was sick. Like,
It was,
but
yeah.
I
everyone's
can't
like,
get that scene of her twerking out of my mind.
that's like the best shit though.
Bro, but
she literally
had
does it
Megan
in
the
the comics.
Stallion in it though. But it had
She
Megan
literally
Thee Stallion,
twerks
bro.
in the comics too. Like
It had Megan the Stallion, Kyle.
the point I'm being is if that show never came out, I don't think Marvel would be getting as much criticism because I think when that show came out, everyone's like, "Oh, Marvel fell off. Oh, look at their budget. Oh,
Marvel endorses women.
There you
I
go.
Partially true, but also Secret Invasion came out right after and was also a dud.
That was generally one of the worst shows I think. I've
Secret
never
Invasion was a
still-
downfall.
I
Honestly,
still haven't watched it. I still,
I've-
I am not going to.
I have never been so disappointed in a show my entire life.
How do you
Like I
waste-
watched
Wow.
fucking
But,
like,
what's Samuel Jackson?
big- how do you waste a Secret Invasion plot
Plot line. Yeah.
on a TV on a 4 or 5 episode TV show? Like
yeah.
with no cameos, with no major like players in the Marvel world, like it was generally one of the most disappointing films I've ever seen. Because I've read the Secret Invasion comics. I love that was probably one of the best comic lines Marvel has ever created. With all the Avengers becoming Skrulls secretly, and like you see like the takeover with everybody, and like that the whole story is so good. And then Marvel goes, nah, the only one who's going to be a secret is War Machine. He's the only one who was an alien. Everyone else was all right.
His back is still broken.
Yeah, his back is still broken, which also makes no fucking sense. But you know,
Wow.
Man, I remember like trailers coming out for it. People were like hyping it, like, "Oh man, I'm so
yeah.
excited for Secret Invasion." And then when
yeah.
it comes out, like, man, this thing sucks.
It's like Samuel
the moment
Jackson's
it
the killer.
came out, the moment it came out with all I think 5 episodes it had, 5 or 6 episodes, whatever, and I saw how short it was, and they released it all at once, not like each week. I instantly was like, "Oh, this is gonna be ass." Like,
Well,
I
I always know if it's good or not because if it's good, Instagram, it'll be flooded on Instagram if people actually watch it.
they should have just
If-
made Secret Invasion a
But
movie.
I went on Instagram and I did not see a post about it. And I'm like,
No.
oh,
It was
I guess
very
it's not out yet or something. And
Yeah.
then it never just popped up on my feed. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It pained me to sit and watch that show. I wanted to stop watching so bad, but I can't not watch it because it's Marvel, and I'm already this far in, you know.
It was so goofy. The CGI for the powers that she gained was so weird.
Yeah, it was bad.
yeah. Well, what do you guys think is the greatest film of all time?
Oh,
I will say Good Will Hunting. I'll stand on
You will say
this.
Good
I'll
Will
stand on this hill. I think Good Will
You
Hunting.
didn't even know they were in
never-
Boston.
Okay, shut up. Good Will Hunting is generally the greatest movie in my mind. Like it's a beautiful movie. The story is great. The acting
Dialogue.
is phenomenal. The dialogue is good. It's got fucking Robin Williams, which who's gonna hate Robin Williams? But I genuinely think there's no show.
Good Will Hunting is an extremely enjoyable movie. I can see why most people will say it's like a masterpiece.
Yeah, because it is.
Mine is either The Shining
Mhm.
or probably Friday the 13th Part 2, but it's just for me. So
Mhm.
I could see The
Honestly-
Shining, but it's a very slow movie.
I remember when we watched Friday the 13th Part 2, and I genuinely was like, "This movie
It
is
takes a certain
so
person.
bad."
because it was made in like this like
Early 80s.
Yeah.
like 50 40
I just
years
hate
ago.
how Jason's like barely in it.
Well, that's
That's
I
what
don't
I
know.
Because
don't like.
in that movie, he doesn't even have his hockey mask.
It's
Yeah.
just-
For the next movie.
it's where it all starts, bro. That's the reason why I love it so much, because where it all starts.
Yeah, it's like a low budget, early 80s horror slasher movie.
Ah, but
Well,
that's one
I
of
thought we were gonna continue
iconic
watching those movies, and we never actually ended up.
We watched.
always
Did we
down.
watch part 3?
No, we never watched 3.
Oh,
But we gotta bring that back because I wanna go through those movies. But
I think
we only
Wait,
watched
Zach-
Chucky 1, but we didn't watch the rest of the Chuckies.
If you guys want to watch the rest of the Chuckies, I will watch every single Chucky over again. It's
Dude,
so good.
I seen some shit on Twitter about the new Chucky show, and he has like access to nukes and
Dude.
shit.
Dude, okay. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say some shit.
side tangent real quick.
I've been watching every week, right?
Mhm.
Spoiler alert. I don't
Don't
think
say too much
anyone's
spoiler.
watching-
Don't say
I
too
don't
much
think-
spoiler because I'm gonna probably end up watching it eventually.
You're gonna watch it?
Yeah, because I want to watch all the Chuckies, and then I want to watch the show.
Okay. Well, this season. Oh.
There's one part that Max told me
Well-
about that I'm like, what the hell?
You can say it. If it's not like you can say I don't go for it.
You're gonna learn about it at the end of the season. It's the full season, but he ends up in the White House. Okay. And
As you do.
I'm sure you can understand what can happen from there, right? So
Sure.
it's just stupid. Cause like I'll watch it, but like I watch all horror stuff because that's just who I am. But like I'll watch it, and I'll be like, what the fuck is this, bro? And then this after this week, there's one more there's one more episode of season 4, and then it's over. And I don't know if they're making another season.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailers for it, and I was like, "What the fuck happened to him? Why does he look so gross?" Like,
He's just old,
It's because now it's just this whole season is just just being older and older throughout the
it still
season
doesn't make sense to me. How does a plastic age?
because he's sick, bro. He's sick.
But he's a doll.
Him aging is where it gets you, not the like the
He's
talking
sick.
doll or like the.
No,
Not the
because
part
that
he
makes
kills
that's
people,
fine.
that he has a
Like,
personality.
he got the voodoo guy to whatever. Like,
The
I
voodoo,
got
the
that part.
voodoo guy cursed him, man. Now he ages.
I can get past that, but like, how does the plastic get old? Like,
Yeah.
how does it get wrinkles? Like, where?
Well, if you think about it, all plastic gets old with age. It just would take
But-
a lot longer.
it doesn't wrinkle like that. Like, he looks like a literal old
Plastic
man.
expert here.
Yeah. I just and then I think it's dumb sometimes because obviously with like some horror stuff, like you obviously have to like murder the villain at the end and then you bring him back for like on future movies, right?
Yeah.
The way that they keep bringing him back, I'm like, how? Why? Like it just doesn't make sense.
He's like the Five Nights at Freddy guy.
In one season, they brought him back as a fucking old priest in some random dude's body, and I'm like, what the fuck is the point of this? And then he ended up back in a doll. I was like, okay.
He ended up back in the doll.
Yes.
How the fuck do you manage that?
And you know what? I'm not even gonna tell you where he's at right now, but it's fucking stupid.
Is he the president? Tell me he's the president.
He's not.
Okay. Anyways, other than that, I would say like Interstellar is up there as well. I think Interstellar is one of the top greatest movies of all time. But I don't know, Raven Kyle, you got a top movie of all time, like the greatest.
I don't know about greatest.
Like, what is one film that if you
I
had
could
to
say
put one movie right now, what would it be?
I can say one while they're thinking.
I'll watch right now.
Yeah, like if you had to put on any movie.
I always hear my mom mentions this movie to me, but I think she said The Godfather is a really good movie.
Have you seen it?
Have you watched The Godfather? No, Kyle.
Kyle, I think you would hate it.
What's something that you know that like you've seen that you think is like the greatest movie that you've ever seen?
Probably like Forrest Gump.
Okay, that's a good one. It's a classic.
I enjoyed it.
That's good. All right, Aven.
See, one that comes to mind is like The Dark Knight.
Ooh,
Okay.
Love the Dark Knight.
I was gonna say that one, but I wouldn't say it's like greatest.
It kind of falls off towards the end for me.
I haven't seen the Dark Knight trilogy.
Obviously, like that movie.
You've never seen The Dark Knight either?
No.
Kyle, we gotta watch it.
Kyle, that's one that we have to watch.
Okay, we gotta watch it.
Kyle, I took that personally.
That's insane.
I've seen all the trilogy. It's really good.
I mean, I'm not gonna be like, I'm a big Batman fan, but like I literally have Heath Ledger tattooed on my arm.
I was gonna say you very much are.
I feel like you're a pretty big Batman fan.
Oh, I'm a massive Batman fan. Hugely.
Did you enjoy the late '80s Michael Keaton Batman movies?
Yeah, of course. I've watched all of them.
What's the one with the nipples?
That wasn't Michael Keaton though. That was Batman Forever, I think. Batman.
Isn't that Michael Keaton?
I don't think so. I think that's what's his name. Batman. George Clooney. Yeah, I think it's her.
Yeah, I think it is
George Clooney. It is George Clooney.
With the Mr. Freeze and the bat nips.
I think, man, it is a niche because it's comic book related, but I will rewatch either Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse anytime, anywhere. Like it's instantly replayable. I think
Zach, do you think now that time's passed by?
Yeah.
Do you genuinely think the second one is better than the first one?
That's really tough.
The second one is
almost
every good, dude.
It's fantastic in almost every single way. I would say it's better. Like the visual, the music, the cinematography, the way that they work with the camera is insane for an animated medium.
Yeah, and the amount of the stop animations that they go through in the movie is crazy.
They made a Spider-Man movie with Metro Boomin. He made the soundtrack, bro.
He was in the movie.
That shit was crazy, bro.
Metro, shut your
I think yes. I think just barely it is better than the first one. But the first one is more of a full, complete story because the second one technically is it is a cliffhanger. But those two movies are my top two. Like I will rewatch them anytime. They're fantastic in every way.
That's how I am with the Dark Knight. That's how I am with the Dark Knight. I could watch the Dark Knight Rise like pretty much all night every day, and I would not get tired of it. Watching Heath Ledger work like that is
those are so good movies.
He's so good, and I could watch that over and over.
We talked about the greatest films.
Real quick before we change topics, we did mention something, and I want to know people's thoughts. And I don't know if it's a future topic. But we're gonna sidetrack real quick.
Okay.
Metro. We talked about Metro.
Wait, no. I have stuff for that. I've got stuff for that.
You have it. We'll talk about it later. Okay.
We're gonna talk about it later.
I've been wanting to talk about it, and I'm eager. But
there's a reason why I purposefully asked you if we talked about it before.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We'll get into it.
Who are your guys? Since we talked about the greatest films, who are you guys' favorite actors?
Well, Robin Williams.
I think mine's
Actors
pretty.
Without-
or actresses.
Without hesitation, I would say Robin Williams is one of the best.
My top three.
Yeah.
It could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, obviously, I have to say Heath Ledger. I physically, I think I'm legally obligated to, just because I literally have him on my arm. It's like I have to say him.
Yeah, he was good in Brokeback Mountain.
I've never like seen an actor get so like engulfed in a character the way he would in like, because he's a method actor, obviously. Like the stuff I've read about, like
Maybe
what
one of
he
his
did.
flaws.
Well, he did, yeah, for sure. Really, one of well, the things he did to get into the character and like he putting himself in the mind of the Joker, like that's he's easily number one. Number two would probably be easy Robin Williams, just because it's fucking Robin Williams. I don't think he's ever made a bad movie.
There's not a single movie he's been in that. Okay, he has been in bad movies, but him alone has always been perfect, like acting.
Yeah, he's just great in everything he does, and God rest his soul. But like, man, I can never like fathom the idea of like someone being someone that genuinely everyone loves and adores, and being such a selfless person, and being a guy that like could make anyone laugh, taking his own life because he was like depressed. And it's like that thought to me is insane, to be like, oh, you really never know what people are going through, you know? Like,
Yeah, man.
it's crazy to think of. He's genuinely like up there for me. And then other than that, it's Ryan Reynolds, just because it's Ryan Reynolds.
I was gonna say my number one is Ryan Reynolds.
Just because he's Ryan
I'm gonna
Reynolds.
stand on that no matter what. My number two is probably Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he was up there.
Just because me and my uncle grew up watching the comedy movies, and now he's doing more like more like serious stuff. And there's a space movie that we still have to watch that I told you guys about.
Oh,
he
that
just
looks
came
good.
out with.
Is it the
Space
spider
movie.
one?
Yeah, it's a spider one.
Oh, the one where he like is like
And he's an
going
astronaut.
like insane or whatever.
Yeah, he's slowly.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
That's one. He's my.
Listen,
number two.
anytime you see Adam Sandler in a movie where he has a beard on, you know it's gonna be a good movie.
Yeah, anytime it's not just him making like it's like
retarded fucking
jokes
impressions
the whole movie.
He's not just a retarded person the entire movie.
I will say Adam Sandler is in a lot of very poorly received movies, like very, very bad movies.
Think so.
But as an actor, he is really good.
I mean, look at like I wouldn't say name one.
Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Waterboy,
Maybe Halloween.
Click is
Patty.
very.
Don't even.
Click?
Listen.
Out of all the movies,
don't even start.
I haven't seen that many.
I cried during Click.
You cried
I
again?
did too when I was younger.
21st Dates is good too.
Dude,
like
during Click, I don't give a fuck. The end when he's in the hospital and like his all of them are at the hospital with him because he's like really really sick and he like sprints out of the hospital and it's like raining and shit, bro. That shit was so sad.
Yeah, dude.
It was so emotional.
I don't know how old I was, but the fucking concept of
shit
like,
made me cry, bro.
the concept of like, oh yeah, people's lives are better when you're not here.
Well, yeah.
It's like,
and that it's raining and he's about to end it all basically, and they're walking away, thinking that he wasn't there for them is just hard hitting, man.
It is emotional, but it's built on a stupid premise. Like the first 30 minutes are like, why is this?
that's just his movie.
But it builds up to it.
A bunch of movies are stupid, but it's the plot that makes it build up.
True.
And
it does have a good ending.
Actor.
But the first like 40 minutes are like pretty. At least for me, it was hard to watch. But
or what's the recent one where he's like a serious drug dealer?
It's Uncut Gems.
Hustle? No, not Hustle.
No, not Hustle.
Uncut Gems, is that the one?
I think
he's a
jewelry dealer. That's where that jewelry dealer.
Yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking of though. Like that one was a fucking good movie.
Well, the jewelry one he won, I think it was an Oscar or something.
Yeah. Because he had a beard. Anytime Adam Sandler has a beard in a movie, you know he's gonna do good. That's just fact now.
Huh.
Well, Zach, what are your favorite actors or actresses?
Well, as I mentioned, Robin Williams for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That is like the biggest one. Ryan Reynolds, I mean, I know you guys already talked about this guy as
It's
well,
just
but
Ryan Reynolds,
he's
though.
really good. He's just Ryan Reynolds.
It's just Ryan Reynolds.
There's no way you can hate Ryan Reynolds.
One thing you could hate on him for was the Green Lantern movie.
That was
Okay,
that's fair.
generally, I don't think Green Lantern movie was that bad.
Okay,
Dude.
all right, buddy.
Genuinely, I don't
You
think.
were getting mad when me and Luca were watching.
Bruh, oh my gosh, we were watching it with Luca and Max, and they were just being so annoyed. I was trying to, I'm like, just let me watch the movie, and they just wouldn't shut up.
Okay, Raven.
Yep.
I don't care. Some people are sensitive, right? The main villain kind of looked like a kid that would have autism.
All right.
So we would kind of act like him in a way during the movie, like speaking wise, and Espen was getting really upset.
Like anytime he would say something, he'd be like, "This ring is mine, Hal Jordan." They would go, "This ring is mine, Hal Jordan. This ring is mine." Like, just say it like fucking retarded.
I would do it. I would say, "That wing is mine, Hal Jordan."
Wouldn't we just throw your wing, Hal Jordan?
I literally have the wing in my hand.
God, I hated it, but I think it looked good. I think it had a very good like budget, like CGI wise. I think it looked good. I don't care what anyone says. I generally think it gets hated on way more than it should. Even though I know Ryan Reynolds himself says he hated the movie, but I don't think it was that bad. I think Sinestro looked badass in it too.
Sinestro was the one thing that I thought looked good about the movie.
Yeah, he looked badass. So,
well, anything else?
I would say Morgan Freeman. I think
classic.
almost he's amazing in most of his movies. Two big ones that I wouldn't say are my like top actors, but ones that are very very popular is
Jim
like
Carrey.
Keanu Reeves and Tom Hanks. Ooh, Jim Carrey is good too.
Jim Carrey would have been my fourth.
Jim Carrey is definitely up there
for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Raven, you got a favorite?
Raven?
You got a favorite?
Dude, it's hard to. For me, it's hard to like pick favorites, like favorite of all time. But from what I can name right now, probably like Oscar Isaac, Pedro Pascal.
Okay.
Very very up and coming names.
Yeah, some newers.
Probably been.
Well, like the past like 3 years, they've been getting a lot of bigger roles.
Listen, I know what you're about to say. Like, oh, they've been in a bunch of shit, but like Pedro Pascal really wasn't big until the past like 2 years. Like
What do you
after
mean,
like
dude? I loved him
after
in Game of
Mando.
Thrones.
Ooh, he was good in Narcos. My dad watched that.
Oh, bro, that would have been a good one to. All right, that would have been great. Which when we were talking about overrated movies, hot take or overrated shows, hot take. I think Game of Thrones is overrated.
Game of Thrones. Why do you watch all Game of Thrones?
I've watched some of it, but I've never like found myself wanting.
Never
to
got
watch
hooked.
more.
Game of Thrones started this thing in me where like if I know it ends terrible, I'm never gonna watch it.
Yeah,
like Lost. I know it ends terrible. So
no,
I'm
but
never gonna
Lost
watch it.
you have to get to. Lost is such a good, and the ending's really not that bad. It really isn't. They just
we've been what?
Wait, don't say, because people might not know.
We've been lost.
We've been lost this whole time.
Don't say.
I thought we were just vibing. Fuck.
Zach, do you know how the movie ends or no?
I think I've.
It's
a TV show.
Okay.
I think I've heard it before, but I have the memory for Goldfish.
No one say.
For me.
No one say.
Okay.
Because I want Zach to watch it, and I don't want him to know.
It's on my list. I definitely want to watch it, but I have heard it's pretty bad.
We're gonna start watching that. Literally, like right when we're done, we're gonna start watching.
Kyle,
do you have any favorite actors or actresses?
Favorite actor? Probably some of the ones that you guys have mentioned, like I like
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Jim
What have I
Carrey.
said one?
Who's your number one? Who's your personal number one?
Number one, probably Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the movies that he's in are pretty funny.
The Truman Show is
enjoyed,
a good movie.
You want to hear something? I've
Or
never
what?
seen Bruce Almighty.
Oh, Bruce Almighty is a good ass movie.
That's a good movie.
I've never
I don't
seen
think it's like a must-watch movie, but it's a good movie.
Ace Ventura.
It surprised
Ace
me.
Ventura is one that I've
I
been
know,
pounding you to watch for so
I know
long.
it's your sister's favorite movie. That's what you told me like 5 times.
It's not her favorite. It's one of her favorite movies. But I think one day if we can find it on some kind of streaming platform, I want us to get really fucking high and watch it. Because God, it'd be so fucking funny to watch
Ace
high.
Ventura?
Oh my God, it would be so funny.
You could just use one of those illegal stream websites.
Yeah, we need to. That's a movie.
I mean, we don't promote illegal streaming.
I mean, I don't use
I don't
illegal
know.
stream
Pirate
websites, so I don't
everything.
know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
But,
obviously, I buy my movies.
I'm sorry. I definitely pay for streaming platforms.
Yeah, same.
Dude,
Okay,
Bro,
we'll
did you
move on
hear-
from this topic.
Did you guys hear about the stuff that's, I think is it Netflix or Disney Plus where they're forcing like people to confirm if you live in the same
the
like
password sharing.
That's Netflix.
yeah, no, it's both.
Netflix is-
Netflix
both
is
of them.
doing it too, but I think they not the only thing is like they send you an email and the email says like, oh, can you confirm that you're at the same location as your host? And if you don't confirm it within a certain amount of days, they not only take away your subscription, but they ban you from ever having a family subscription again.
What?
That's the point
Meaning-
of the family
meaning-
subscription.
Meaning, if you just happen to miss the email, even if you're with them and you just didn't see the email, you're fucked. Like,
Wow.
I think
Yeah.
Spotify is doing that too. I think Spotify is also doing that.
L
with the family
who
business
plan.
decision.
has a family plan Spotify?
Yeah, no.
I do.
Oh,
Oh. Well, you should be good. You're in the same house, right? As them.
I know, but I was thinking about like maybe if Zach wanted to be added to it because he's the only one here who uses Musi.
Hey, today's the 30th. Tomorrow I was gonna get Spotify.
But
Dude,
now
fucking-
if they're doing
time.
that with Spotify, I guess we can.
it is. when I'm
That's a shame.
sometimes when I check the Airbuds app, I see like thumbnails and it's just Zach's music and it's like a thumbnail of like an anime character and I'm like, what the fuck is
Honestly,
he
bro.
listening to?
Oh yeah, like whenever I see like the music he's playing, it's just like some random like screenshot of the music video and not like
Yeah,
the actual album
Yeah,
cover.
it's because it
it's time you
streams
come
based
over
on
here, Zach.
YouTube. Hey, I'm going to unless Spotify fucks me over here.
Yeah.
Well, you just better hope you don't get the email. I don't know. Wait, is that how you're gonna do it? You're gonna share it with Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle pays for a family plan, and it's cheaper to do it that way. And he
Yeah,
has two
because-
spots that he's not using.
3 spots.
Three
It's
spots he's not
it's a
using.
it's a 6-member family plan. It's $18 a month.
Mm.
Yeah, and I just told him I'd pay my portion of it. So
Yeah, go ahead. Try
Okay.
it. You can try. I mean,
Well,
You could-
one little small thing I wanted to go into was
yeah, let's hear it.
horror movies because
well,
Of
I'm
course.
opt out on this one.
that's a little bit, you know. I just wanted to ask 2 questions, and we don't have to go on the line. We could just say whatever. But who do you think is the best killer of all time?
Scream.
I'll give it to
The Scream.
Dahmer.
The Ghostface? No, I mean like movie killer, not like serial killer.
O.J. Simpson.
Hey,
I would
fucking glove.
say Hitler.
We talked about this last like 2 episodes
Oh.
ago. The glove didn't fit. Okay.
It was just out in the sun, man. Fuck.
I will say Scream. I think Scream is genuinely one of my favorite horror movie characters. Just because it's fun to.
You mean
it's more-
Ghostface?
That's what. Yeah. He's
Ghostface.
also Scream. You know.
Yeah,
fucking
pussy.
He's known as the Scream Mask. It's what he like. They literally called the Scream Mask.
But his
Fuck you.
name is Ghostface.
That's
We don't call you
because
Mexican.
movie is
The
called
Ghostface
Scream.
man. Okay.
Okay, that's,
Right.
that's
Alright,
why. I mean, I call Kyle Asian.
Are there any others that you like? Or just
Um,
Ghostface?
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm not a big horror movie person, first of all, but I've always been
Yes.
intrigued with Pennywise.
Okay.
Like the idea of Pennywise has always been cool. Like I've
this
Yeah.
shit.
the other night I was laying in bed and I don't know how like have you ever been in bed and you just can't fall asleep, so you just start like you find yourself going down rabbit holes on the internet, right? Have you
Sure.
done that? One day
Yeah.
I was laying in bed the other day and I was like, I kind of want to watch like behind the scenes stuff of Pennywise because I was intrigued of like how do you make
It's
a
really
movie
cool,
like that?
dude. It's
And
really
like,
cool.
and then I got down the rabbit hole of the lore of Pennywise. I'm
Yeah,
like
man.
watching all this. Like I've never seen the movie.
Dude, you have to, man.
I
you
don't
haven't
know if
seen
I
the
want
movie?
to. No, I've
Which
never seen the
movie?
movie.
It's not- okay,
The
Espen,
1991 or the 2017 one?
One thing about it that you'll like is they never show somebody being murdered per se.
Yeah.
So like, so like you'll know that like that like I will like murder them, but like it won't. I'll it to you.
It's alluded to.
I've heard the books are way worse though.
They are. Yeah. No.
I've heard in the
You don't
books
fuck
that
with the turtle?
he literally he literally eats a baby
Yeah.
in the books,
Oh,
and
wow.
that's
Oh yeah,
like
don't they have an orgy?
Yeah. They do.
yeah, some shit, yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanna watch it. I just haven't gotten to get myself to
The
watch
old
it.
one or the new one?
You should.
The new one, the new one.
Me and Zach watched the old one because
We
I
did.
made him watch it. I
Yeah.
made him watch it with me. But yeah, no. I have four, my top four. Obviously, for
There's an
my
obvious
profile-
number one. There's an obvious
Obviously,
number
for my profile picture, you would know. It's from
Yeah.
Friday. Jason, I love Jason.
I think Michael was better.
Okay, well, Michael would get fucking destroyed, so I'm not
Yeah,
gonna get
but
into that.
like it's Michael,
But-
you know.
You know, it doesn't matter.
No,
Doesn't
you know,
matter.
Michael, he comes back every movie.
Michael is a crazy man, right? Jason has been killed so many times. He was drowned
Bro,
as a
what the
kid.
hell?
He was literally drowned as a kid, and he came back to life and killed a bunch of people. So it's just man's a fucking unit. Other than that,
Yeah, unit.
other than that,
I-
number two
ahead.
is probably my main man from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Because Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one, the one that was like blood rated or whatever that people weren't able to see, I love that movie. And then what?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Dude, would you qualify Stranger Things as a horror?
No.
No.
Would you count the Demogorgon as a horror villain?
No. I mean like horror movies, not like a show that's kind of scary.
Okay, darn it, because I would have said Demogorgon is my number one.
Okay. And then we talked about it before in the podcast, but Chucky.
Mhm.
I love Chucky.
Classic.
Charles.
Little
Of
fucker.
course. Of
Little
course. And
fucker.
then my number 4 is the one from Hellraiser.
Mr. Pinhead.
I love Pinhead. Just
Mhm.
because he's so terrifying and he doesn't even like lay a fucking hand on you.
Isn't he like a god or something?
Yeah. He's a human. Technically.
Yeah.
Yes,
See, that's a movie that I don't think I'd ever want to watch.
No, don't. He puts hooks in their backs and he hangs them from hooks, and you can see their back like hanging from the hooks.
Yeah, I'm good.
Sounds like a good time.
Sounds like a
It
movie.
is.
Yeah.
It is.
Although like Jigsaw's one that I would
Damn it.
kind of
No,
want
you
to.
don't.
That's-
You don't. You don't.
Okay, so
They saw off their own legs to get out of traps.
Yeah, I'm not saying I will watch it. I'm saying if I did watch a movie, that's one that I'm leaning towards, but I would
Yeah.
not watch it.
I was gonna say for mine, of scariest villains, I would say Jigsaw, because his, instead of like chasing you down and killing you, is like psychological torment.
Well, no,
like he's
yeah.
torturing you.
The fucked thing about Jigsaw
That's mine for
is
sure.
that he's just a really smart old man, and he just makes a shit ton of traps. And so the fact that he makes all those traps is so fucked.
That's
If
why
you-
that's
I'm like,
my that's
if,
my villain.
if you get like road rage and you like honk the horn and like flip them off, you're fucked.
Do you see
Yeah.
the movie that kind of like bit the shit of Jigsaw? The one where it's like the escape room. They
Yeah,
called it-
Oh
I've
yeah,
watched
yeah.
them all.
I've seen
watched
the
them all.
first.
I saw
yeah.
the trailer for that. I was like, damn, they're really just ripping off Jigsaw.
I've seen them all. It's not really Jigsaw, but kind of.
Like, it's the same premise that you have to fucking play a game to get your way out.
Yeah, except in the escape room, it's like a whole like brand working together to make it, and not just one.
I think it's like a
person that's
big
making all the
corporation.
traps. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a big corporation that's
I watched the first one.
making all the rooms. It's not bad.
Although I will say the scariest villain monster esque thing I've ever watched was from the movie we watched, Life.
Yeah,
Oh,
Generally,
that
shit was-
I've never genuinely been.
it's one of my
terrified.
favorite horror movies, and it's because it has fucking Ryan Reynolds in it.
I was just
Life
so
is a
tense.
good movie.
It
I
is.
got Alyssa to watch it. I got my sister to watch it the other day. She
And what'd
finally
she
watched
say?
it.
What she
I
say?
can read you the text. Hold on,
Please. I'm curious.
It was funniest. She goes. So
I've
she
watched that
starts
movie like
off-
12 times.
She sends me a picture of her watching it, saying that just says life on it. I'm like, well, have fun. Let me know what you think. And then she sends me a picture of Ryan Reynolds dying and goes, WTF. And I said, he said, yeah, it's kind of fucked. And then she shows me the
Just
picture
wait.
of fucking what's his name also dying, and she's like, what the fuck? Went from WTF to what the fuck, and then said anxiety with 20 Y's, and then said what in the Demogorgon? Wow, plot twist was great. Damn, that was too much. I'm so stressed.
Yeah, man. It's such a good movie.
That is
All
a
the
really
good
good
ones make
movie.
you stressed, dude. All the good ones make you feel like
Nah,
you're on
that's just a
edge.
different type of tense. That's not even like a
I
fun
just love
tense.
that.
That is
just
I-
love
I'm
that feeling.
intense and it's just yikes. Nah, pass.
So you don't like feeling tense during movies?
No, I like a certain type of tense. I
I
don't
was
like.
gonna say because there's a
Listen,
movie that
I
I
know
know
what
you
you're gonna
like.
say, but we're not gonna get into that. But
All right.
that's just a different type. If anyone wants to see a really fucked horror movie, go watch Life, and
It's not that bad.
Or
it's
if
bad.
you want to watch a fucked horror movie, watch this movie called
The Human Centipede?
Terrifier 2.
Terrifier 2, man.
The
What about the Human
Terrifier 2.
Centipede?
It's a great one to take your kids to. Go check it out.
Terrifier 2 will put you in your place. Trust
Anyways,
Did Kyle
me.
did Kyle and Raven go?
No, we did not go.
Is there any? Who are your favorite killers, man?
All right. I think my number one is probably Michael.
of course,
Just because,
I think
yeah.
classic.
Yeah, because he's a very silent killer, so you never know like where he's at.
She just freaking stalks you the whole time.
Is it Michael who only kills when someone's having sex, or is that Jason?
That's Jason.
It
man.
is Jason.
Oh, sorry, Jason's way better.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's all
For
because
that reason.
it's all because when he was a little boy and when he drowned in the lake, all of the people working there were having hikes there.
Damn, if Espen was a camp counselor, he would have helped Jason.
He would have.
Bro, I would have set him up.
What? He was like 8.
No, I think never mind. I was talking about something else. Never mind.
So are we Raven? Who are your favorite killers, man?
Does death from Final Destination count?
Yeah.
Dude, that shit like
That
fucking
shit's
terrified
fucked,
me as a
bro.
kid.
Dude, all the fucking airplane.
Yeah, the airplane, the
deaths.
fucking the log truck, the slipping on the water in the kitchen and landing on a fucking knife. Shit just fucked with me.
Yeah, it was really fucked. But okay, I just want to do a small horror movie section. That's just, the last thing I want
We
to
should
talk
watch it. We should watch it soon. I want to watch it soon.
I think we should watch the original one. I think you would
Nah,
love it.
I don't want to watch the original one.
Why?
Because
It made me when I was 8.
Okay.
My sister made me watch it, and that was why I hated clowns until I was like 12.
Dude, I remember watching clips on my iPod.
Yeah.
A fucking it like jumping at the screen, and that
The little boy.
kickstarted my whole fucking clown fear.
Yeah.
You don't like clowns or what? Are you genuinely afraid of clowns?
Not
Raven?
anymore, but I was back then. So I was
So
like,
if I dressed up as a clown and stalked your house, would you be terrified?
but you already
If you
are a
dressed up-
clown, bro.
Espen, if you dressed up as a
Well,
clown,
you're already a
and I
clown.
knew it was you, I would probably punch you.
Well, what if you didn't know it was me?
What if you didn't know it was me and I came
I think
behind
I
you
would
and
know.
tickled you?
I think I would know.
What if I
Yeah,
got your
I think-
roommate Jack to sneak me in, and you come home one day, and I'm sitting in your chair with
I would take a picture of you
with
and post it on
blood
social media.
with blood coming down my face with a knife.
I wouldn't be scared.
You wouldn't be scared?
No.
If Jack was there. My roommate has a Glock.
No, but I'm saying if Jack
Sorry.
let me in, but he acted like he was leaving or something. It was just me in the house.
On instant reaction, I would close the door, definitely. But after that, I don't know. I would probably go in his room.
Get
his
this
gun.
Glock.
I'm telling you, if I had like a minute, you would be on the floor hoping you did break in.
No, just help. Don't do it at his house. Got it.
Okay. So I just wanted to ask one thing about movies: is the Minecraft movie coming up?
Okay, yeah, this is such
Oh
a
my.
insane, horror movie, yeah.
No, I'm saying that this is the related thing I wanted to talk about.
It's still hard to believe that it's a thing.
Minecraft.
Well, it
movie.
hasn't happened yet. Let's wait until it actually happens. It's like one of those things where I refuse to believe it until I actually like see it.
Bro, a live action Jack Black Minecraft movie. He's gonna have a beard.
Yeah.
He always has a
Steve.
beard.
And it's like the lore of Minecraft. It's not even Minecraft, like the game.
I know it's
gonna
before.
be interesting. It's gonna be really interesting.
I feel like it's gonna be like, how are they gonna do blocky live action?
just don't know,
I don't know.
I would get it if he played like Steve's dad. You know?
Sure.
Why is Jack Black playing Steve?
It seems like a miscast, but hey, Jack Black's an amazing actor. So
Hey, I love Jack Black.
They
I don't
picked,
go college.
They picked like one of the video games that have like no lore.
It's like
What?
whoa,
What?
definitely has lore.
What?
It's just like oh yeah, we're here. We gotta go to this.
Bro,
portal,
I don't
we
think
gotta
you
go to
understand.
there.
It goes deep.
I don't think you understand how deep the lore of Minecraft is.
Oh, my fault.
You said you said there's no lore. I'm pretty sure
You
it's
just
got,
go.
like,
You just go.
If you wanna
kill the
find the
dragon,
lore,
bro.
nah,
Check out Game Theory. There's a
look at
whole
Game
lot
Theory,
there.
Yeah, they have so many videos.
I don't
about
think
the
I've
lore.
ever watched a full
There's-
game theory
There's
video.
30.
That's crazy.
What?
That's wild.
Bro,
I'm with Raven. I don't think I've ever seen a full
Game Theory
What?
is the only reason why I like Five Nights at
that
Freddy's.
was like my childhood.
I don't like Feds Freddy, so that's
I only like it because I just know the lore, and
see.
I'm stuck. I'm
see.
stuck with the lore.
I don't know.
You know,
I think it's
like,
gonna be
what we were
weird.
saying with Chucky is just like
Chucky's
the-
different.
the villain of Five Nights at Freddy's, Springtrap, where he just always comes back in the dummest ways. That's
True.
also him.
He's come back like 6 times. It's
More than that at this point.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. You gotta watch Game Theory, bro.
Have to.
It's
That's-
classic.
I mean, he's retired now, but man, I watched him all the time growing up. It's like my childhood.
But no, Minecraft has a pretty big lore.
That's gonna be.
I'm-
It's gonna be a long.
I'm looking
movie, I
forward to
think.
it though.
I'm
'cause
intrigued, but I'm
Minecraft-
also worried.
Yeah, it might be
I think it'd be really good or really bad. so.
something about it reminds me like of the recent like Chris Pratt movies, like
Bro, he's
Garfield
making
coming out
Garfield.
soon.
That could be so
and-
good.
Yeah, and the
gonna
Super
watch
Mario
Garfield.
movie. I
That
don't
was
know.
a banger too, bro.
Yeah, see, those are movies like I
But
saw
they're
like I can
animated.
see how this could be
Right.
good.
They're
Versus this
animated.
one, I genuinely don't know how they're gonna make it good.
No, because they're animated. This is a
Live
50-year
action,
a 50-year-old Jack Black playing Steve.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I don't see the vision, but I'm excited to be surprised.
I'm curious on how they do like zombies and skeletons and all that, like the Ender
it's gonna
Dragon
be-
and stuff. Like,
It's gonna be something.
is the plot just gonna be him fighting the Ender Dragon, like
Plus,
getting to the Ender Dragon?
I would get it if it was like a cheap, like tube movie or something.
Nah,
Like,
it's a
gonna be-
full blown.
it's a high
It's
production.
got
movie.
Jason Momoa in it.
That's gonna be so weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But
I'm
intrigued.
Raven,
are you gonna watch? Are you gonna watch it? Are you gonna watch
the
the Minecraft movie?
movie, bro?
Probably not.
Why not?
What are the odds we all go watch it while high?
I'm down 100%.
I think that'd be a fun movie to watch while high.
It's not supposed to come out for like a couple
Nah,
years.
it'll be a while. Yeah, they're still. I don't think they've started filming yet.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'll go to the next topic. I know Espen wanted to talk about this, so let's talk about the beef.
Time. It's time. It's time.
Let's talk about the Drake.
All right.
and
Well, we
Kendrick
got to know where everyone stands first. Where does everyone stand? What side are we on? Zach, what side are you on?
What
on
are
Ken-
the
You on Kendrick's side or you on Drake's side?
after like a lot of research and like considering, I'm
Research?
on Kendrick's.
You're on research.
I'm on
Why'd
Kendrick's
you
side.
say it like that? You could have just said.
Well,
Kendrick.
after a bunch of research and
I've looked into this a lot.
deliberation, you know.
Yep. Really had to think about this one. It was a tough decision. Kendrick.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think Kendrick is easily winning this right now.
Yeah, 100%.
Like as of like the
As of right
new
now,
track,
yeah.
the new track he just dropped. Like honestly, this is the way they've done it so far is exactly the example of how I imagine their careers, where Drake first Kendrick like threw a jab like he does. He came out of nowhere, dropped a song or a feature, and then everyone's like, oh shit, he dropped. This was crazy. and then Drake goes, "I'm gonna make 4 songs back to back that are very mid songs that have very boring jabs." And
You're
like
short.
I'm gonna make as much songs as I can to capitalize on this. And Kendrick goes silent, doesn't do anything, and
He
then
got
Drake
small
gets
feet.
antsy. Yeah, he got small feet. Yeah, and Kendrick eventually then drops again out of nowhere on a random ass fucking day at the random ass fucking
On a
time
Tuesday morning.
on a Tuesday morning with a banger ass song that everyone's like, "Oh shit!" He fucking went down. He went in, and you could tell it was like he was. This was a warning shot. Like
Yeah,
he
that's why.
was.
That's why last episode didn't get any views because Kendrick
Yeah,
dropped
yeah.
the same day.
Yeah, exactly. But like that doesn't show exactly the type of people it is where Drake just pumps shit out, doesn't really care about quality. He just drops, and then just hopes one pops off.
That's his whole career, man.
Versus Kendrick
works.
waits for the right time, beautifully craft his shit, and then drops it, and then it's a banger.
Mhm.
Do you think Drake should respond or not?
He has to. He was waiting
He
this whole
has to
time. He was like
respond.
counting
There's
down.
no way.
Do you
Okay,
think he
there's no
should
way-
though? Is what I'm asking.
There's no way you get to this point.
He
and
should because I
don't
want to
drop.
see what happens.
There's no way you don't drop.
Okay, I know we want it to happen, but I'm saying
because if Drake
or
doesn't
Drake-
drop, everyone is going to see him as a bitch.
But I feel like
But
like
how-
what's going right now is Kendrick has his fishing rod, and he fucking threw it in.
He literally
He got a little nibble, and he reeled it back, and then let him fight for a sec, and now he's slowly fucking baiting him back in.
He literally
now-
said, "You want to go there? I could take it further."
Literally, like he was like, "Bitch, don't try me. Like I'm gonna outdo you." The line where he said it when he was like, "Am I fighting AI or am I fighting ghosts?" was so fucking funny to me.
Dude, the whole track is just so funny.
Yeah.
He's like, "Dude, you're shaking ass with Sexy Red, bro. I don't want to hear shit from you."
Bro, his flow switches were crazy. Like, there was points in the song where I listened, I was like, "Is this a different song? Like, what am I? What happened? Like, there's so many things happening." But when I asked, should he respond? Not for the fact, like I'm saying, like, oh,
It's
should
like,
obviously he should.
logically.
But I'm saying, like, logically, do you think like it's gonna be better for him to respond?
No,
It's gonna be
100%
better.
not.
I think it will.
I feel like it's gonna slowly just make him look like an idiot.
It's gonna
Yeah.
he's gonna call him a pedophile so hard in the next one, man.
it doesn't
It'll
matter at this
it'll
point.
fuck with him.
Like, I
If
feel
he
like
if he doesn't respond, people will think he's a bitch or whatever. And then if he does respond, he'll get heat back, and then he can do whatever he wants with that. But you can't just not respond after you made one about them, and then you're just waiting.
He
I
kind of
shouldn't.
already started off with a bitch move with like cease and desisting that one
That is
song,
crazy.
Crazy.
That is insane.
and then like quote unquote leaking his
No.
diss track and not putting it on
Did you
streaming.
hear? Did you hear? His record label charged their record label because they went after him and I hoped their streams for it, and so he charged them for it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just think that Drake is gonna look back at this and be like, "Damn, I shouldn't have done this."
But his ego is
Like-
gonna go full force, you know.
Yeah. I'm ready though. I've been praying for this day to come, and it's finally here. It's finally here. I've been waiting for the day that he gets put in his place, and it's time. I'm curious though, like long term though, how this affects Drake. Like so many people are turning on him. Like I feel like how that's gonna play out.
Everyone
with, like,
turned on
the
him.
Weeknd, with Kanye, with like all this stuff that people who are like generally have pretty banger songs with him that are releasing like consistently. Like did he just do a tour with the Weeknd or something?
No,
Or-
the Weeknd's
or-
they've been beefing for like years.
Or was it Travis something of like he did something with recently? But
It was 21 Savage that he went on
Yeah.
tour with.
yeah, and then like all this is happening. I wonder how like this affects his like feature potential in the future, you know?
I don't think he
Mhm.
needs it, but it's just kind of he's gonna dwindle out, you know.
Yeah. But
Probably.
as far as like the song goes though, with like when you sent me Raven the Euphoria thing, I saw it and I thought it was the trailer for the new season of
Euphoria.
I was like, oh, they're coming out with Euphoria. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And then I clicked and I was like, oh shit, this is Kendrick. I was like, what the fuck? It's a fucking Tuesday.
I woke up to like check the podcast, see if like everything is all good, if it got done like uploading, and then I checked Twitter, and everyone was like, Kendrick dropped, and then Kendrick tweeted a link to YouTube, and I was like, oh my god, it's happening.
Oh my god,
it's time.
Yeah, the things you were saying though was crazy. The Pusha T bar was wild. Like that was a good bar.
Pusha T.
It's so funny. It's like, you think my life is rap? I'm raising my son. I know you know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready though. Like, if this is Kendrick though, like, not going like in yet. Like, this is him just like giving warning shots. I'm like extremely curious on what he looks like, full king, like going in. You know,
We'll see.
like how deep do you think this could get?
As deep as they want to bring it, bro.
Do you think J. Cole made the right decision back?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Because, okay, have you heard the theories of what he did, why he's doing it?
Nope.
Because apparently he's got
the fucking cope.
No, the album that he's coming out with.
Yeah, the cope, the fall off. Dude, he's playing a character. He's being a loser right now on purpose.
Yeah, I've seen all that shit. Where it's like, oh, he's doing this so that when he comes back with that song, with that album, it's gonna look like this is all part of his plan.
Yeah, that's just cope. Man.
Even if it is, I feel like the damage has already been done.
Yeah,
you know?
It's like
no,
it's not worth it.
Apologizing was the end of it.
Yeah.
If you apologize for making a track about somebody
right
after a week, like not even a week after he dropped it,
yeah,
and then take it off all platforms
on the same day that Kendrick was like, "You got till April the 7th to get y'all shit together," and then he apologizes. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So talking about music, Raven, what do you think about that they're making they're making Vultures 2 out on May 3rd, bro?
It's not coming out May 3rd.
Yeah,
Vultures 2 is coming out on May 3rd.
It's coming, dude. It's coming out.
He said it. He said it's confirmed. Bro.
Listening, how many times did Vultures 1 get confirmed to be released, and then
like 3 or 4 times
it didn't end up coming out until like 2 months later? Like,
and then he was on some weird shit with the Vultures 2. He's like, oh yeah, it's dropping this Friday, like a month ago.
Yeah,
on
he was
like a
supposed to drop
website.
Vultures 2 like last month.
Yeah, it was gonna happen like literally like 2 weeks after Vulture 1.
It's because he never gets permission for any of this.
Well, that's kind of what happens when you're a fucking blatant fucking racist. Like, no one wants to clear you. Like,
no. So now he's using all these people's music, and then they're listening to it. And they're like, wait, I didn't know that you were using that shit. And so now he has to wait to actually drop.
Speaking of Ye, y'all hear? I didn't listen to it on purpose, but I'm curious if you did. Did you hear the Childish Gambino leak?
This shit's beautiful.
I have not.
Man,
it's fucking beautiful.
I don't think I've ever been this excited for an album in a fat minute. The Childish Gambino album that comes out, and then he's going on fucking tour. Oh man, I hope I can afford it. I hope I can.
You're gonna be able to afford it.
I hope he stops by around town.
I just hope he's saving, bro.
If he announces the date, like the tour places, and it's not in fucking Arizona, I'm gonna cry.
No shot. It's gotta be.
Bro, I can't believe.
If it's not here, we're flying somewhere.
Oh, we're going to Vegas for sure. I'm not. I refuse.
How is Metro Boomin not coming here, bro?
Yeah,
you're still hung up on that.
Dude, how does Metro not trust us, Raven?
Metro don't trust us, bro. He just doesn't fuck with us.
He don't fuck with
trust us, man. I was looking towards him like, you're fucking kidding me.
You're like, I'm going to Cali.
Wait a minute, I will still go to Cali. That's so fucked.
All right, Max. You didn't say what side you're on though. What side are you on? Are you still on? You first said you were on Drake's side.
I don't know. I support Drake more, but I'm not in the middle.
No, you can't be middle. We've been over this. You pick a side.
I don't care. I just don't care.
Metro said you pick a side.
I don't care.
You pick a side, stay there. This is why Metro don't trust you. You don't pick sides.
This is why he's not coming here, because he doesn't trust you to pick a side.
I just fuck with the music, bro. I don't care about the beef.
So who do you think has a better track out right now? Then, like, do you think Drake's diss was better, or do you think Kendrick's?
No. I think
yeah, I think Drake's wasn't better because he dropped his first. You know what I'm saying?
And it was just he dropped
think-
3.
I think Drake is still in that fucking mentality to make it like mainstream.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
When Kendrick was like just dropped
He's
6
still-
minutes of pure hate.
Yeah.
Jake
No,
is like, I gotta
he
make this sound
literally
good.
said, "I hate the way you walk. I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you look." I was like, "Damn, he really hates this guy. It's not like this guy at all."
Well, because fucking Kendrick has been poking at Drake for so long. He's been waiting for this day for so long. The amount of shots and throws that he's thrown at him in the past, and he's just never responded. Like he's finally at a point where like Drake is actually acknowledging him. So he's like, all right, this is my time. I'm going all in. He has no choice but to listen to me now. And now he's like, I'm using all my pent up shit and I'm going right in.
He has built up all of his.
Do you think
Most-
do you think this is going to be the biggest beef in music history?
Yeah.
Most
Yeah, because
beef in music.
Drake in the last 10 years has had all the number ones. Like I understand that he doesn't write all his music. He's too mainstream. I understand that, but he has been number one for the last 10 to 15 years.
But
To where-
do you think this
It's
beef
gonna be
has,
as big as it can be, bro.
do you think it has potential to be bigger than like the Tupac Biggie?
No, they
No.
died, bro.
No,
No.
there's nothing that can be bigger than that shit, bro.
So like you think
'Cause
it's like under
those two, he made a song saying that he fucked his wife,
that?
And then he fucking
I-
died, man.
I love
and then
that
he
song.
died.
Yeah,
I don't think that can get worse.
Yeah. So is it safe to say that Biggie won the beef?
Apparently, man.
Weren't they like friends at the end before they?
Yeah,
before
didn't they
passed
drop,
away?
like, a post?
And they were like mutuals.
Didn't they drop
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a collab?
Yeah, they did. I think they made
So,
up.
I want to know what you guys think is the most overrated artist.
Artists. Okay.
Ariana
Ooh,
Grande, Taylor Swift. Oh my
Taylor
god,
Swift.
dude! Touch me while your bro's playing Grand Theft Auto. Oh my!
What?
What
You
is
didn't
that
hear
a
that?
song?
That's
bar.
she dropped like
a bar.
she dropped like a 2-hour album.
It's a bar, Raven.
And
Oh, didn't she drop like 2 albums?
no, she dropped.
Yeah, all
what,
in
did
one
she-
album. It's like 2 albums in one.
Oh, like discs.
She
It's
did like
giant.
she did like a secret album after.
And fucking dude, people are like, okay, Taylor's lyrics aren't good on this album because she's playing a character. They're basically J. Coling her. And she's like,
They're just excusing bad music.
I think she's definitely. I don't know.
But
I don't want to be like a guy that people are gonna be like, ah,
he made her.
I don't
bro.
think that's true.
Oh,
Okay,
He made
the
her
way I
famous.
see it is, I think, fuck, there's no way to say this without sounding like I listen or like Taylor Swift. I don't genuinely like listening to Taylor Swift, but I can respect the fact that she was the youngest female artist to win, like, wasn't a Grammy or whatever.
she's had good accomplishments.
She's
got the
earned
credentials.
she's earned her worth. I feel like she's done so much. She's constantly putting shit out. She's on the radio constantly, even if it's not like a song we would listen to. It's a song that it's a catchy song that it's gonna be a hit. Like she knows how to make.
She has her audience and she plays to it.
Yeah, she plays her audience. I don't think she's one of the greats, but she's definitely up there in the names of top women artists. Like,
That's
I don't
fair,
think she's
fair.
better than Beyonce. I don't think she's better than Rihanna. I don't think she's better than like.
bro.
I don't. I don't think she's better than fucking Alicia Keys.
Lizzo.
Like all these. Okay, shut
Lauryn
up.
Hill.
But she's definitely earned her spot as like a name. You know,
Kelly Clarkson shits on her. I'll say that
there's
any
so
day.
many artists that shit on her, but I definitely respect the fact that she's she's up there. You know, personally, like 2 years ago, I would have said like.
Who do you think?
I would have said a hot take like Billie Eilish. I would have said.
Billie Eilish is so good though.
I used to hate
her
Billie Eilish.
her vocal range is so good.
I don't know why, but something about I don't know if it's her voice that just gave me ASMR vibes. Like I just hated listening to her. But
She's so
recently
good,
I
though.
finally I've stopped hating on her so much because I do realize how good she is. But as far as like overrated, oh, easily 6ix9ine. I don't think there's ever 6ix9ine and Lil Peep or Lil Pump, whatever.
Oh, Lil Peep.
That
no,
era-
Lil Peep. Lil
that
Peep is
era of
overrated.
music-
I'll stay on that.
That little era of music, it was generally one of the worst times of music ever.
If you look, you got the sticky.
God, I fucking hated
You're
6ix9ine.
such a fucking hoe. I
Man,
love it.
Kanye was oof.
oh,
That's
that
such a good
era.
song, bro.
Man, what happened?
I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck.
I'm a
That sick
sick
fuck, I wanted the sick fuck.
I generally think 6ix9ine is one of the worst, if not the worst artist I think has ever stepped foot.
I think
on
Nas is up
a
there.
booth. Nas? That's a take. That's a crazy
Calm
take.
down, calm down. I was just joking.
That's a take.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
Jesus.
All right. No, I was about to generally have a problem
You
with
just
you.
started swinging.
I did, bro. Not
Okay.
as beautiful.
Dude,
One of my artists, right, are on the IP. Rest in peace. I don't understand why Pop Smoke was as big as he was.
I honestly never
he
listened.
wasn't. He got bigger when he died.
I know, but like his music wasn't that good.
Because drill was kind of just new on the scene, and people were like, "Oh shit!"
Bro, I can't believe that
he's one
fucking
artist that was everywhere. That I was
bro.
like,
I
don't know.
cannot believe that Drake said that he invented drill. That I fucking hated
What do
when
you
he
mean,
said
bro?
that. What do you mean? What do you mean? Drill was around long before he was even an artist.
I mean, but like it wasn't like Drake drill, you know.
Drake drill.
What does that even
You know,
mean?
Drake cooks it up different. That's right.
What do you
know,
mean?
Drake's just different.
Drill was like the main music of the UK.
Oh
For,
no, I
like-
mean like New York drill.
Oh,
Like drill.
I'm talking like drill, like grime drill, like.
Oh, when he impersonated the fucking.
Spice drill, you know.
Oh, that's not drill.
That's New York drill.
That is definitely drill.
It's New
That's
York
not
drill.
form of drill.
I'm thinking like grime shit. Like he didn't invent that shit. Anyways, that was
Dude,
side chat.
One lyric from Taylor Swift's album, real quick. We would pick a decade we wish we could live in instead of this. I'd say 1830s, but without all the racists.
What?
I mean, she's got a point.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't.
What?
No, she doesn't. She does
Like
not at all.
1960s is where I'd want to live. 1980s.
1830s is crazy
1830s is
because
crazy. Although
women still
Beethoven-
aren't seen as people then either.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, that's where Zach should be then.
What?
I agree.
Yeah.
Zachary.
Yeah.
Who do you think is an overrated artist?
Oh man. All right. Well,
That's what pissed me off.
listen. This is a hot take. I'm gonna
There's
piss.
one person. There's one person I have
I-
refrained from saying.
I'm gonna piss all of you off, but also,
I'm down
all
to
right.
hear it.
So
Down to hear it.
first is I don't
That's
know.
why.
I don't see the appeal of Drake. I've
Fair,
listened to a lot of his
fair.
stuff.
Agreed.
You
I love
And
you, Zach.
I
Agreed.
just
two are so stupid.
listen.
Agreed.
I haven't listened to a ton of it, but
Valid.
from what I've heard, I don't get the appeal.
Bro, Playboy Cardi.
I didn't refrain from saying Playboy because we have a Playboy stan in the house. So I didn't want to like. God, I have never watched someone make music and be like, "How the fuck did he make this a song?" Like, I watched the videos of him in the booth, and he's like, "Mom, wait, somebody, wait,
That's just
Sounds like he's doing
talent.
fucking
That's just
karate the
generational
entire
talent
time.
right
Like,
there.
God, it's
How
so
does he
bad.
do it?
He's so horrible. It is not even. He has like 2 good songs.
That's-
Genuinely, he has like 2 good.
Wait, what
Shit.
songs?
I don't remember him because I don't listen to him.
The
But
only
I know
good
there's
ones-
one.
I like are Sky and Leah.
The best song he's ever made wasn't even his song. It was Earthquake.
Fiend.
Fiend. Oh no, his God, that song would be
I'm gonna
so much
say,
better if he
yeah.
was not in that song.
And Fiend?
And Fiend,
No, that's cat.
his
Bro,
verse is so
he-
bad.
That is
He
so
made
cat.
Fiend
He
what it
made that
was,
shit, bro.
He made that shit.
No, Travis made that.
No, he didn't.
Nah,
Like
his
Travis
verse in
made
that
it,
song is so
but, like,
bad.
he didn't make it. You know?
I genuinely can't understand a word he's saying in that song.
It's just so
Shit,
old,
yeah.
bro.
Hard of hearing. Playboy Cardi, I do agree. Like, I kind of. It's hard to hear what he says a lot of times, but that wasn't the hot take I was gonna say.
What was
So-
the six? What was it?
I don't understand Frank Ocean.
You better take that back right now, Mister. I'm gonna come over to your room and I'm gonna suplex you through your goddamn door.
Hold on, Zach. I'm not a giant Frank Ocean fan, but if you could have said any artist to piss Raven and Espen off.
No, I told you I was gonna piss everybody off.
Don't you dare disrespect my boy Frankie.
I've listened to both of his albums twice, and I think I've only added like 4 of the songs. I don't get it.
Is it because? Is it generally because?
Flew around
Yeah, that's a good song. Is it because you generally like? Is it because he's not Walmart brand music?
No, I listen to.
Get it right. It's Target.
My bad, Target. Is it because his music doesn't play in Walmart?
No, I listen. I know that up until recently, I haven't had much of a music taste, and I still don't. But like half of the music,
but he's like,
yeah, up until half of the music I listen to is suggested from you, Espen, and Frank Ocean. Just for the most part, there's like 3 or 4 good songs, but for the most part, I don't think every single one is a banger. I'm not saying he's ass.
The full album of Blonde, there is not a single bad song. Blonde is genuinely one of the greatest albums ever crafted by a human being.
Disagree.
Name an album better.
By a human being.
Graduation.
Graduation. I don't even a better album.
That's fair. That's fair. I can't argue that one. But I could listen. If there is one album I wish I could re-listen to for the first time, and with no like idea of it and like just like completely first impression again, would be Blonde. Just the idea of listening to that for the first time again would one day.
So Kyle, I don't think you've
That's
given
crazy.
your. Yeah, I know. What is overrated artist for you?
All right.
Okay.
So this person like kind of like showed out of nowhere, and I've never heard of her before. All right, I think Ice Spice is really overrated.
Ice Spice, bro.
Isn't she beefing with Nicki Minaj right now?
Bitch, you're not even
I don't think.
I'm pretty sure she's beefing with Nicki Minaj.
Are you thinking of Meg Thee Stallion?
You think you the shit?
I don't know, someone. Yeah, who is she, by the way? Where'd she come from?
From on Bronx, bro.
She disappeared.
No, I mean like
She's
she
drill,
worked
bro.
like how did she like who brought her up? What did she appear on a song with someone one day that like
it was just she dropped one song like a year and a half ago and then popped off.
I feel like I'd never heard of her until about like 2 years ago, and now she's everywhere.
Yeah, she's everywhere, bro.
I've never actually genuinely listened to an Ice Spice song, so I could not tell you.
They're all okay. They're all
was a
kind of
liar.
dumb, but they all stick in your head for a long time.
I couldn't tell you a single. Not a single song comes to my mind.
Same here. Couldn't tell you.
Wait, pause. Did you say Raven? Did you say Ariana Grande is overrated?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's why.
How is Ariana Grande overrated?
I just don't like her.
Her vocal range is honestly insane.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about her voice.
Her
It's just,
vocal range.
It's just not your personal taste.
yeah, it's just like no.
Nah, I think she's rated. I think she's underrated, honestly.
What?
Definitely not underrated.
No,
That's
she's
crazy.
perfectly rated.
She's very huge.
I think she's very rated for how good she was when she like still made music. Very awesome.
She still makes music.
She still makes.
Well, she doesn't make music often though. That's what I'm saying.
Because
Busy
not
homeworking,
okay. You know, you do realize like
Don't even. You're
music
gonna start
isn't-
bringing up your artist that drops every
just because
6 years.
Listen,
That drops every 6 years.
the
talking
norm
about Frankie
in
like
music, the norm.
No, Kendrick.
Not even Kendrick.
Oh.
Look at people like Eminem. People like fuck you. People like Tyler the Creator. You got like
Oh, not another one that's great. You're right.
I mean even
He
go
is
look
great.
at-
Fuck you.
okay, yeah, fuck you. Go look at like even like old people like Tupac. He didn't release an album every year. He released it every now and like
I know.
usually you would
I'm
drop an
saying.
album, you would wait a couple years and then you would drop another album because that's how that
It
usually
takes time to
win.
make
What I'm
music.
saying is that people that are up and coming, like usually they drop and then they go on tour, and then a little bit after the tour they drop another album. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying non-consistent is when they drop an album, go on tour, and then they don't drop anything for like 4 more years.
Yeah, because that's how
Quality
people did
over
it.
quantity.
But
Exactly.
I'm saying that's not consistency.
That is consistent. They're consistently dropping every like 2-3 years. That
Consistently
is
jumping
consistent.
good
They're
projects.
they're
too.
consistently taking their time because music
I would
takes
say
time.
good for all their projects.
What do you mean?
Depends.
I mean, like, even look at Eminem. His first like 5 albums were all in the span of like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he didn't drop back to, and like some of his best. I know Raven's a huge hater on Eminem, but like,
I like Spacebound.
Don't like him.
Spaceman's a fire song.
I like fuck. Oh, fuck. What's
Obi
the...
Trice.
Deja Vu.
Real name,
No, it's the fucking Beautiful.
Beautiful's a
Ooh,
good.
Beautiful's
song.
good.
You like
What
random
about?
songs?
No, those are good songs.
I know, but
What
they're not-
about Love the Way You Lie?
Love the way you
No,
lie?
it's
So
too
good.
overplayed.
It definitely is.
Stir is a really good song
I like Recovery.
with
I
Rihanna.
used to listen to that before.
Yo, you see, M's got an album coming out.
Bros, yeah.
You see, M's got an album announced. He's coming out with a new one. I'm fucking hyped.
The death of Slim Shady or something.
Yeah. That'll be fun. I'm excited for that.
But he's bringing back some Shady.
No, he's killing Slim Shady.
Slim Shady's dead, bro.
Oh,
Slim Shady's dead, Kyle.
It's Slim Shady's gone. He's never coming back. All right,
never ever.
never ever
And
ever.
this is probably going to be about how he's gone.
Yeah, this is. I'm excited. I'm curious on what type of album it'll be. Although I love the idea if he dropped the album before that was Music to Be Murdered By, and then right after that is the death of Slim Shady. Like they kind of go hand to hand. So
Whoa.
It's kind of overdue
concept.
because like last time like he ever like pretended to be Slim Shady was like over 20 years ago.
no, it wasn't. He was in Music to Be Murdered. Oh no, it was Kamikaze. Kamikaze was technically a Slim Shady album.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Was it
I
though?
don't know how.
That's
I
why
don't
he's
know
killing
how
him because he was so bad.
Yeah,
His song with Joyner Lucas was good.
yeah, that song with Jordan Lucas is fire. I don't.
Joyner
Kamikaze
Lucas.
had-
Ugh.
Kamikaze had some.
What?
hits. Had some
You don't
good
like
songs.
Joyner Lucas?
Joyner Lucas.
You don't like Jordan Lucas?
I liked him in middle school.
Yeah, fair. Jordan Lucas like first 2-3 albums. Nah, his most.
Bro,
their
I'm
one-
not racist. I'm not
Yeah,
racist.
that song broke fucking the internet when it came out.
Kind of
That's
feels
crazy.
like.
His album that came out in 2020, Evolution, generally is one of my favorite albums that he's ever created. It's such a good album. But like
Yeah.
508, ADHD, and Evolution, those 3 back-to-back albums were fucking all really good. So I don't know why Jonah gets hated on for so much. He's
This
definitely
is
really good.
corny.
He's not. He just
He is.
writes. He just says actual words and doesn't go. Yeah,
Yeah, he just tells people to pull their pants up.
Kyle,
Shit, if he
is
can
there-
make
is there any
bank,
artist, Kyle?
I
I was like,
Spice,
shit, if
man.
he can make bank,
Just
like
Ice Spice?
just making a bunch of screeching noises, like man's going somewhere.
He has a
Raven, what do you
lucrative
do?
business model.
What do you do if Eminem drops his album and
With
there's a
Playboy on
feature with Playboy on it?
I don't think I listened to it.
You wouldn't listen
What?
to it?
No.
A
You-
Playboy feature?
You guys are so ride or die for artists. Honestly, I don't care.
I'm not ride or die for artists.
You are. You're like,
Yes, you
oh,
are.
Yeah, you are.
You're like,
for
oh,
sure.
you don't listen to this. You don't fuck with
not.
that. You fuck with everything they drop.
Don't even
I
stop.
don't fuck with everything that
I remember when you and
You
Max
at
called
least
me.
listen to everything.
I remember when you and Max called me and you're like, did you hear the new Playboy Cardi feature on the Camila?
Oh, God, it
Camila
was
song?
bad.
It was
God,
so
it
bad.
was so bad.
And I was like, no, I didn't listen to it. And you guys are like, wait, what? Don't you like Cardi? I was like, yeah, but I don't listen to everything.
Well, no.
You're like, wait, what?
We called you and we were like, so like, do you just have it as like a front, or do you genuinely really, really like Playboy Cardi?
I was like, yeah. I
we were
love
like,
it.
we were listening to this and we're like, there's no way Raven fucks with this.
Yeah, and then I said I didn't fuck with it, and you guys are surprised. You're like, what? Don't you like him? I was like,
That's
since I
crazy.
like him, I don't have to like everything he does.
True.
I
Well,
mean,
no, I was
there's
more
some artists
surprised,
that I'm more hardcore
heard it yet, then more that you didn't like it.
like, I don't love everything that Tyler makes, but like Cherry Bomb was fucking horrible. I don't give a fuck what doing with it. That album was horrible.
It's been I just think like what do you think it feels for like the people that make like the wonders, like all the one hit wonders? How do you think it feels to like make that one hit?
To know
and
that
then-
like you'll never make something that's like
well,
back
no,
to
just
the
you
end.
made that one hit and then you make like a whole bunch of albums and stuff, and then nothing else goes off.
Honestly, I'd be okay with it.
I'd be like, wow.
Honestly, if I had it my way, right, and I say like I made music, right, and and I had one song go off and then nothing else, I would quit, take my bag home. That song is gonna make me rich for the rest of my life, you know. Like,
I mean,
I'm
if
gonna
you
take my
made
bag.
one, though, what are the chances you can make two?
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't try, but I wouldn't be upset. I'd be like, yeah, I made my bag. I got my one hit. Especially if it's like a one hit wonder, like fucking
Hey
somebody
There,
I used to
Delilah?
know or
I used
something.
to
Like,
know.
hey there, Delilah. Like that type of one hit wonder. I'd be like, ah, shit, I don't give a fuck.
No. You made Gucci Gang, man.
No,
made
then I
Gucci
kill
Gang,
myself.
bro.
I would kill myself.
If you made Gucci Gang, that'd be funny as fuck.
Gucci Gang is generally one of the worst, if not the worst song that's ever been created.
Agreed.
But my
It's
bill do
terrible.
cocaine.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay.
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
I generally think that era of music, that time period was like 2016 or whatever.
18.
That
also.
era of music, I think, is when everyone generally thought that we were
Stupid.
Brain dead.
stupid, brain
it's
dead,
'cause
or
mumble rap
music was
just came
falling
out.
off. Yeah,
Mumble
the
rap,
moment
yeah.
the era of mumble rap came,
Isn't it crazy that isn't that when Playboy like started making music
yeah, probably.
in that time frame?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was fucking vibing
Anyways.
that whole era.
I'm
The
sure
whole
you
era.
did. You probably
I
loved
was
that era.
fucking chilling, bro. Everyone was over there losing their hair. Like the new era is just gonna kill hip hop. It's gonna kill
It
hip
literally,
hop.
because it was. It literally
the
was.
coronavirus and Raven just
Coronavirus.
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci
And I'm listening
Gang.
to Uzi. I'm like, I said, why you go?
Nah, and then Kendrick came back with Damn, and then he revived. He revived the era.
Wasn't that in 2018? Right?
Damn.
Yeah.
Let me look. I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure I was in like 8th grade.
2017. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I was like.
But
8th or
that
9th
came
grade.
out right at like the end of the mumble rap era. And he came back and he was like, nah, this is how you make an album.
Well, we're getting into the later parts of this episode. Let's get into the 2-hour mark. So I wanted to talk about one more thing, right?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
There was something yesterday, right?
Oh.
There was a certain somebody's birthday.
Who?
Mr. Eben himself.
Dude, happy 40th.
Evan!
Me?
Bro, the old man.
Yes, sir.
It was my birthday.
So how's your birthday?
Oh man, what a night. Honestly, Mom, Dad, if you're listening to this is the part where you stop listening.
Stop listening. It was a long night.
God, it was a long night. Dude, I don't know how I ended up coming back.
I don't know how I came back home.
that is crazy as well. All I remember is we got to the house a little late because some idiot didn't know how to order pizza. Long story. We get there, people start trickling. That doesn't matter. We start trickling in.
Yeah, Costco. Okay.
Yeah, people start trickling in, and then we start. What do we're watching the basketball game for a bit because there was a Lakers game. So like that was kind of like people were still coming in, and then the moment I think is when the ping pong table got brought out is when shit really started.
It started going crazy after that.
Because Jade, one of our friends, brought her table for ping pong. Cup pong. And then we all started playing cup pong, and then people started handing me shots. And then someone bought me these 99-cent shooter shots that were just
like 12
horrible.
It was like 12.
And I only got through like 3 of them. But I think after we started playing that, and after like the 3rd shooter and like the 4th shot I did, and like 2 drinks, I was gone. I remember sitting down and was it outside? I think I sat down outside.
Yeah,
I was like, I need to sit down, and then I just started yakking.
Well, no, you told me at first you're like, yeah, I'm fine. I just need some air. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I continue. I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And then I turn around, and then you're like on the floor, like like about to puke. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then I look over, and then like the 3 people like swarm you, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this?
And then somehow I end up in my bathroom, and I was gone for a while in the bathroom.
The worst part is you were so excited to do Rage Cage, and you missed it.
Bro, and I didn't even get to do it.
You missed it because you were in the bath for like 2 hours.
Bro.
Yeah.
We played Rage Cage twice.
I wasn't in there for 2 hours. Like I was in there for like maybe 45 minutes.
No, you were in there.
No,
for
you were in there
over
for
an
at
hour.
least an hour.
You were in there for over an hour.
No shot,
I
Yes.
checked on you 3 times.
bro.
Everyone
I think
kept walking in and walking out.
in the bathroom,
Yeah.
I feel like it was flashes. I
May,
feel like
May went in there to wash her feet, and I opened the door. I'm like, "What the fuck? You were throwing up in the toilet." And I walk inside, and I go, "The fuck are you doing?" And she's like, "I had to wash my feet. I'm sorry." And then she's just like, and then she walks out with her fucking phone in her hand.
yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, and then when we're outside, I helped you move into the house.
Yeah. The crazy
Yeah.
thing is though, after I was done, like I finally like was done puking in the bathroom, I just got up, sat down like for a bit, and then I got up and I just walked back like nothing happened.
And then
No,
you
you
joined the
sat
party for
down.
another hour.
I was
Yeah.
like-
somehow,
I saw that the door was open, and I was like, did someone leave the door open? And I see you. I'm like, Espen's walking.
Yeah.
well, I walked out, went straight into my room, put a new shirt on because I didn't want to wear the shirt I was wearing anymore, and I put a new shirt and I walked back into the room. I was like, all right, let's continue. It's
And a
literally
couple
like,
times.
you know those memes of the "I'm still standing" meme where like Ellen John from the movie like walks out, he's like I'm still stand, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is what happens when your friend walks out from disappearing for an hour like from drunk and he
That's what you
walks
felt
out.
That's you.
That's
man.
what I felt like. I was like, yeah, I'm still here somehow. I don't know how I'm awake, but I'm here.
Round two, bro.
A few times I heard Richard talking, and he has such a similar voice to you. I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Yo, is that Espen?" I like turned around,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. And
But
then
yeah, I ended
out
up
of
getting
nowhere,
up. I
you
ended
came
up
back.
getting up, sitting down with you guys, and then I walked back outside and played another game of beer pong, and then I think I passed out.
Yeah, the host called the party early.
Yeah. After you left the bathroom, like 20 minutes later, I was like, yeah, I should probably go home now.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Why were you wearing glasses? Don't you have 20/20
No,
vision?
you have
Oh, they-
no
they-
idea, dude.
okay. So
I
okay,
kept looking
there's,
over and
there's a
asking
reason.
guys wearing glasses.
So
They're
before
for
the party started,
style.
let me explain. Also, I look fire in them, by the way. But anyways, before the party started, I got my mom texted us for a party that we're doing in Phoenix, like a birthday party thing that we're doing. That's like a murder mystery.
Oh,
And
really?
all of our followers are invited.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that.
You were invited?
Anyways,
Invited, Raven.
and you had to dress up as a character, and mine was a professor. So I was like, I wish I had glasses. So I was looking for glasses, and I found these like clear ones. Like, oh, this could work for that. So I had them, and they were in my room because I was wearing them earlier. So I put them down, and one of our friends, Corey, walks in, and he's wearing pretty much the exact glasses. He's wearing like these
They
clear
were twinning.
glasses,
They're, like,
and
clear
someone was
glass.
like, Espen, don't you have those? And I was like, oh fuck yeah, I do. And I walk over, grab them, I put them on, and then I'm hanging out with like because we're like matching. And I was like, we look good together, you know.
We look good
And then
together.
the fuck
Corey
this
took his
You
off.
guys look really good together.
No, not like that. But
Dude,
so I ended up wearing them for a bit, and then I took them off because I was tired of wearing them. I don't know how you guys wear glasses. Because God, I was so annoyed of wearing them.
Yeah, glasses are pretty terrible. That's why you
you're
guys wear
swag
contacts.
jacking, bro.
But no, they're not prescription, Kyle. They're just glasses.
So Espen,
That'd
would
be
you
funny
say-
if those glasses like altered your vision just a little bit.
Dude, that would be
Yeah.
crazy.
So would you say you had a great birthday?
Yeah, it was great. I think a lot of people came. We had a fun time. We
Sure.
made a TikTok. That was interesting.
Though he was so adamant. I'm never
I'd
doing
never
one.
again,
I'm
never
not
again,
doing one.
never again.
I'm never doing a
It was
TikTok.
funny. One of the girls was like, "Please come on, it's your birthday. We have to do it." He's like, "I'm never gonna do my life. You have to get me super drunk to do it." And like 5 minutes later, he's like, "All right, fine, but only one." Like
She
out
was-
of
because-
he flipped
the
on
other
a
day,
dime.
no, because the other day we went swimming and
So funny.
she was there and she was like, we got to make a TikTok, Espen, we got to do it. And I kept saying no, and she just wouldn't stop bugging me. So I was like, if I say no, she's just gonna be bugging me for the rest of the night. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get it over with so that she never has to ask me again.
And you almost slid past it because she started to do it and didn't call you or something. And then like
Yeah.
30 minutes later, she's like, "Wait, you didn't do it." And you're like,
I was like,
"Fuck."
fuck. Yeah. So I did do that, but It was cool. I mean, I had Mackenzie. Me and Mackenzie were in the TikToks.
But he's wild, man.
Bro, Mackenzie's genuinely one of the weird.
He's
like,
That was so
amazing.
funny,
in
dude.
the funniest ways, one of the weirdest guys I've ever met. But in a good way.
That moment was that was so funny. Like me, him, and Richard went to Circle K for some more drinks.
Yeah.
And then we go in there to get the alcohol. He's staying in the car, and then we get in the car. He's gone. We're like, where the fuck did Mackenzie go? And then his girlfriend said that he went inside. So Richard goes back in.
Richard's girlfriend.
Richard's girlfriend.
Oh.
And so Richard goes back inside, finds them at the self checkout. They come out. There's this homeless guy. Him and Mackenzie make eye contact. Mackenzie goes, oh, hey, man. And then he waves at him and then just walks in the car and sits down. I'm like, that is the weirdest interaction.
Dude, that honestly is probably one of the chillest things he's done because how many out of pocket things did he say to you?
Dude, he hugged me so many times. I was like, dude, I've known you for like 20 minutes.
Mackenzie is
he
so wild. Sober too. He acts like that all the time.
Yeah, he does. He's like that when he's not drunk. He'll come over to me and say the most out of pocket shit. He'll be like, "Espen, you're my type." Like, I'm like, what is
gay
that?
comments nonstop.
Oh,
Yeah.
also, Espen, after talking, right, I understand Michael.
What do you mean?
He's just a great
he's super
person.
chill.
Michael
Yeah.
is genuinely one of my favorite people ever. I love Michael. He's like got that like personality. And I'm like, there's no way this guy's real. Like,
He's super concerning for other people.
I go, he's like, yeah, you know Espen? I'm like, yeah, I've known Espen since like 5th grade. He goes, oh shit, you know Espen's mom? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And he goes, what's she like? I don't know, man.
Who said that?
Goes,
Michael or Matt?
Michael.
Oh.
And then he's like, well, how about his dad though? And I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And then we just kept talking about shit.
Yeah, it was fun.
So funny.
Yeah, Michael's sick. But,
well,
anyways, that was my birthday. I turned 22 years old.
It was a great 22nd birthday.
22 years
42 years old.
And we tried to have the same amount of people.
You only turned 42 once, you know? So it's just a special day.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to have the same amount of people for every year that Espen has been here, but the house wasn't big enough, so.
Well, good thing we had a backyard, you know.
Yeah, but it was generally a great time. Very crazy, chaotic though.
Thanks to all the people who came and had fun. You know, I'm sorry I didn't get there longer. So I got too fucked up.
Yeah, very good part of it.
But yeah, it was fun.
All right, this time I'm gonna wrap it up because this is our longest episode. Do
we
have our wheel?
Again,
do we have our wheel?
Wait, we've reset now, right?
Yeah, except for Max.
Wait, but then
or do we reset with Max? We reset with Max.
No, you reset.
No.
Max.
We can do double. We talked about
this.
this.
Do double episodes.
No. If it's by chance.
Because
theoretically,
if you're not on it, then there's a chance then that means that you're gonna be the last one.
You're gonna be out of rotation.
I'd rather just have it so I can do it in like a week.
That means the following episode though you're had to be re-added to the wheel.
That's fine.
Okay, as long as you know that. You get this one. You don't get to be on this one, but you'll be on the next wheel.
From now on, will we not allow a repeat episode?
I guess not, but
yeah, no. Because you should be able to have one, and then if somebody goes after, then you get it after.
Bro, somebody just fucking.
But if you go back to back, then you have like 4 weeks of nothing.
It was me, Espen.
Bruh, I just had a fucking bug. That yikes. Anyways, on the wheel. Let's go. Let's do this now.
Wheel of Destiny
Let's
time.
see this, the Wheel of Destiny. The unfiltered Wheel of Mythical. Let's see this shit.
All right, let's get done.
Whoever's last man standing is the host.
Yep.
There's no sound.
It's
all right, for visual users,
it
is spinning currently.
It's
Raven is safe.
Shit,
Raven is safe.
Raven is not host.
Yes, sir.
Raven is safe. We spin again.
Come on.
Sure, this is me this time. Come on.
Oh
yes!
Finally!
Thank God.
Well, it's either me and Kyle again. All right, let's go.
All right, so if it lands on me, I'm sick.
Either the first host or
Come on,
two hosts ago.
I don't really want to work on an episode right now.
Oh, I'm safe. All right, Kyle. That means honestly, you had the best episode.
That's true.
So
Kyle gets to go again.
Kyle gets to go again,
go.
baby.
I'm exhausted.
Well, I hope me making this 2-hour episode helps you guys.
There's no way
And
people listen to
interesting.
this end. If anyone is here right now, I want you to comment potato in the comments. Just say the word potato.
I still had 4 other stuff I wanted to speak about, but I wasn't able to.
We went on too many tangents.
But no, that's good.
That was guys. That was
Thank
a
you guys for
great.
watching.
That was a great banter.
No, it was not. It was a good
No, it was
podcast,
good.
guys.
Okay,
It was a good time.
And we're out.
take us out of here.
We are out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and/or follow.
Or don't.
No, just
Dislike the video, hit not
Okay.
interested, and get rid of our
All right, we're done.
Oh,
We're done.
bye.
Out. We're done.